Live. All right. Howdy there, Variant Rolls viewers. My name's Sean, aka No Tweet Sean on Twitter. I'll be your DM for the evening and hosting this shindig. We're checking out level 1 of Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We're in part 2 of this lovely little series, so this will be our dramatic conclusion. Essentially, the point of this is just to showcase the different dungeons of Dungeon of the Mad Mage so that you can see how awesome this book is and how it's great for world building and dungeon building, and it can be a great part of your next campaign. These are my players. Let's start with Sarp.
Hello there, I'm Sarp, known on the interwebs as Contovice, and tonight I will be playing the Tiefling Barbarian Rose Rielin, who will be raring to go after, like, some threat finally appeared to the group, and she will be exhilarated to give her twin friends, Rose and Ripper, some chance. Those are her weapons, by the way, she names them, yeah. Um, Other than that, I don't do much on the internet, so I'm just a guy to come to when it comes to physics stuff, and yeah, that's all there is to it.
All right, Jake.
Hi, I'm Jake Friday. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jake Friday. I also DM for Venture Ventures Twitch channel, YouTube podcast, which is a D&D 5e campaign that I run for a bunch of LARPers, improvisers, writers, and comedians. And also going to plug a little pet project of mine, which is called D&D and Everything Has a Story, which is an NPR parody sketch kind of show where I interview a D&D item from the Adventurers Toolkit. So we have 3 episodes, and one of them was like immovable rod, ball bearings, and Vox Machina's bag of holding, who's very angry just because they stuffed dead things in it. So yeah, check that out on ventureventures.live.
All right, Jess.
Hi, I'm Jess Peck. You can find me at HopePackStream on Twitter. In my spare time, I do a lot of D&D related stuff. I host a couple of games a week. I play in more games a week, and recently I have gotten published. I wrote a Tier 4 adventure module in the Uncaged anthology. So it's a 5-room puzzle dungeon that explores the legend of the Sphinx. So, and tonight I'm playing Euphoria, who's a tiefling bard who is also a walking dictionary for Gurgle Noise the Bugbear.
Yes, that is the player I'm playing. That is the character I'm playing. I forgot about that. Thank you.
Welcome. Life imitates art.
Exactly.
There you go. All right, and we've done a roll-off to decide who is going to sum up the past one.
Chael didn't go.
And well, it is Chael. So Chael, go ahead and introduce yourself, your character, and then tell us what happened last time.
Hey. Hi, I'm Chael. I am playing Divrin, the Drow Rogue. And you can find me at Chael. It's actually now Chael _ at Chael _ not a mimic on Twitter. Tons of, totally not a mimic, I swear. Tons of D&D shenanigans, memes, some of the art stuff that I do, and my newfound obsession with Twitch. Yeah, it's great. And since I'm in charge of the recap, we're in danger. We're in a lot of danger. We've decided to go into a giant cavern in this dungeon that we're in, and Divrin decided to levitate up and check out some floaty things, and we threw a goblin at this minotaur mummy and stole its eyes. Bad idea. And we're kind of stuck in the floaty stuff, and I'm getting my hands molested by a thing, and we're in a lot of danger. We need help.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? Who knows?
What's gonna happen? Who knows?
Nobody knows.
All right. So y'all launched Pibble up, Pibble the Goblin up into the reverse gravity well thing that was going on above you guys. Had her take the 2 jewels off of the mummified Minotaur's face. And when she touched the ground kind of lit up in this like rainbowy light, and you heard this ka-chunk as the throne that the mummified Minotaur was sitting on up in the like in the sky of the room, essentially up near the ceiling, turned to its side, and Divrin's rope that he had thrown upward, that was being pulled upward by this reverse gravity in a straight line, that Divrin is climbing down, suddenly got a little tug on it, and a large hand reached down and held Divrin's.
Ew.
And you hear, Divrin, as this hand touches yours. Oh my gosh, I never thought I'd get out of there. And you see this human's face, very haggard, covered in like shredded leather pieces that looks like used to be armor. And he's like climbing upside down this rope toward you, or with you.
Get away from me! Let go of my hand!
Oh, but
Damn
no!
bastard, let go for now!
Don't leave me! Don't leave me!
Get off of me!
Help me! Help!
Disgusting human! Hold the rope, not my hand! What's wrong with you?
And as you hit the end of the reverse gravity, you flip down on the rope, and as like a following effect, so does he.
Now,
And-
Divrin can levitate, so he's gonna at least attempt to land gracefully and not, make a fool of himself.
That'll work. Meanwhile, he's just going down this rope. Going, wow, how did you do that? That was amazing. He comes down, looks around, and is like, oh, do you have any food?
I have food.
Can I have some?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, my name's Callum. He puts his hand out.
Here is some rations, Kellum.
Oh.
Disgusting.
It's so dry. Do you have any
Have a
water?
bitterness?
Do you have any water? I need some water.
No.
Oh, here, you can have some of my wine.
Oh,
There you go. Don't drink it all, jeez.
Oh, you're gonna choke on that.
Oh, that's good stuff. Okay, sorry. It's been a few days.
Days?
I ran away from the things, the things down here, and this, my friends, I think, left me. But I went into the door, and then it was dark, and I don't know how I got up there, but I'm just glad to be out and back in a place I recognize, even if it's this place. Are you guys going somewhere?
Away from you.
Maybe.
Some friends you must have, they just, up and left you.
Don't trust him. This is the part where I
Yeah.
talk to myself. Sorry.
Can I do an insight check on Callum to see if he's actually telling the truth, if he went through the black door that we saw in the other room then?
Sure.
Me too.
Okay.
19.
13.
13. Okay. Gurgle noise. So you feel like this guy, his mannerisms are a little off, but he seems to believe what he's telling you.
You're weird, Kellum. You know that?
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess.
Gurgle noise.
Sure,
Don't
you're.
talk about people like that.
I mean,
In front
you're-
of the faces at least.
He's acting weird though.
Makes you think that.
I mean, this coming from a bugbear. No offense.
Hey,
I act like bugbear. I don't act like weird.
Gigglebox,
not
don't
wrong.
harass the human. Perhaps he possesses information.
You're pretty good at arguing. Anyway, I just want to get out of here. So can I come with you guys?
We're not leaving.
Where are you going?
No, we're not exiting. I don't think.
Is there anything else in this room besides the floaty sky and
You haven't explored this entire room yet. It's so large that you can't see the ends of it at the moment.
Whoop.
well, we're gonna have a peek around for a few moments, so
Okay.
I suppose you can come with us
Okay.
while we check out this room.
I'm gonna. Are you going over there? And he like just points to like the area of the room that you're headed towards. Because if you are, I'm
Clearly.
I'm gonna stay here for just a sec. Because it's kind of
Why?
I don't know. There's a lot of like dangerous stuff. I heard weird noises last time I was over there. I mean, I guess it's been a few days. So, but I'm just gonna stay here.
And knock it out. You'll be fine.
I'll stay
So-
here with the
so-
goblin.
How
As long
how
as
did you hear weird noises if you were, stuck in like
In the thing for
who knows
days.
where?
Well, I mean, like, so okay. Here's the deal. I was running away from those worm things, and then I came into this room, and I heard some weird noises coming from that little back area right over there, and it scared me. I thought it might be them or something else, and so I ran toward the door at the back here, and yeah, then I couldn't get out. I don't really know how to explain it. It's kind of weird, but that's what happened.
He's weird. I don't know. I don't know. Something feels off.
I'm gonna take your word on that gurgle noise.
Could be your
Then what
your
do we
lunch
do?
gurgle.
No, I know that feeling. This is my gurgle senses.
My gurgle senses are tingling.
Knock it off, you old big fuzzy friend.
Gurgle senses.
No weird noises are fine. Things are fine. Go this way. Pibble starts like marching off into the dark.
Now,
Pibble
hold on a
freeze.
second there. We have a thing to resolve here, so nobody gets to march off just in the middle of this.
He just keeps
How
going.
about,
Okay.
yeah, how about we all just stick together and nothing bad's gonna happen if we're all in a group.
But
No.
nobody gets to
yeah.
rush off with the treasure. That's the thing as well, is it not?
How did you get under here? How did you get down here, human?
Oh, yeah. Funny you should mention that. I
Yeah.
belong to a group known as the Fine Fellows of Daggerford.
It sounds like a dancing troupe. What else?
I mean, we did have a bard.
We have Bard too, but we don't dance
Oh,
very
she's
often.
Very beautiful. Enchanté.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Kind of like side eyes of her a little bit. She's just like,
Oh, this is awkward. Gurgle says.
So we were down here, trying to treasure hunting, like you do. I'm sure you guys are doing the same thing, right?
Our business is of no concern to you.
Right. That's fair. Okay. Didn't mean to pry. My bad. Yeah, they kind of got a little crazy down here. This place gets to you. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have noticed yet, but they turned on me and one other guy, and I heard about it before they did it, and so I got away from them. But I don't think my buddy Haleth is gonna be quite as lucky.
How
did
long
you,
had the guy said he was stuck there?
He said he was there for a few days. Or what felt
can
like a few
Rose
days to him.
check? Can Rose check him out so that she can see whether He indeed looks like someone that's been stuck, hungry and thirsty in a place for a few days.
Sure. Roll an insight check.
Inside, sure. Let me find dice. All right. That's gonna be a 19.
Yes, he is like
Nice.
very much like withering away. Not, I mean, it's only been a few days, so he just looks haggard. He looks like he's had a rough like couple days. He's very dirty, and it looks like he's been in a few fights because his armor's kind of torn up.
All right. That's good to know.
Euphoria like snaps her fingers to like clean him up a bit, so he doesn't smell as bad or look as bad.
Huh. Thank you, appreciate that. I think your little goblin friend's getting away. And
Yeah.
you can
Well,
see
that might
Pibble,
be a
Pibble is marching off
Pibble.
with the bag, like the bag of stuff, like plates and stuff that she and her husband had. She's got that bag, and she's got her husband like just like dragging
how
him
is she
across the floor.
carrying-
Different.
Got the cursed sword.
Yeah.
How is
Oh,
she doing
Dis-
that?
it's like a
Oh, what'd she do? Tie the bag?
like
to
a
the
yeah
sword?
like a
The
hitchhiker,
sword,
yeah,
like
like a
a-
hitchhiker's pack, yeah,
Pack.
yeah.
Rose is having quite some fun with the situation, so she gently leaves her other weapons and takes out a longbow and gives a long whistle at Pibbles. Hey, Pibbles. You,
Hmm?
but you wanna keep on? You sure you wanna keep on with that?
Rose,
Hey.
I can teach you how to whistle.
I mean, you can teach me as in real life how to whistle anytime because I can imagine Rose is a bit more skillful with
All right.
that, especially as a forest ranger. Like, yeah, I mean, personally, I am terrible with whistles, but yeah.
When you whistle at her, Pibble turns around and goes, "Need hurry up! Thing's coming."
I think we had agreed to plan this out before leaving here. No?
She hasn't.
So, oh,
She hasn't.
I completely forgot about language thing. I'm sorry, guys. So she still says these things, having completely forgotten about language just as I have. But
She hasn't led. She hasn't done anything mean to us yet. Why? I think we should follow her.
That's wise. I don't want to stay in this creepy room any longer.
She disappears
Well-
over a pile of
No, I
Random,
go after her.
We'll
Random
follow
people
her under
falling
the
from the-
condition.
Ceiling.
fine, if you guys all want to do that.
If you don't mind me asking, where did you guys come from? Which way?
None of your concern. We
Why
should
are you-
follow Pibble.
Yeah, you should be leaving. Why? I don't. You're weird.
I'm just trying. You're
Why'd
weird.
you ask us that? What does it matter?
I'm just trying to. Fine. And he just like trudges behind you guys.
Okay, bye.
Humans.
Okay, bye. Hope you find
Bye.
your dad.
I hope you find your dad. All right. So, what are you guys doing?
Following Pibble.
Following
or
Pibble.
Pibble.
Archelong, I guess.
All right.
Pibble.
So as you go over this pile of rubble, you saw Pibble go over. You see her. You see her stuff, and her husband are like lying against the wall, and she's gone.
What in the fresh hell?
She must have kicked door down or moved door like last time. Remember when we went into wall?
Well, why would she leave her husband behind?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
All of us, or just
All of you.
25, natural 20.
Nice.
Eh, we're
Natural
cast-
one! Yay!
We got our polls.
We're doing perception.
Perception, yes. Wisdom, perception.
Woo! 22.
Nice. What'd you have, Jess?
I rolled a 7.
For a total of
Oh, no, that was it. I
Oh,
rolled a
okay.
7. I rolled a 7.
Okay. So Gurgle and Divrin, both of you hear this like strange, for lack of a better term, gurgling noise. It's like a
Coming from where?
coming from your right. So when
Someone's calling my name.
What? I don't hear anything.
when you turn
Where?
to your right, there is a like a small pillar kind of jutting up, and behind it, you can see Pibble laying on the ground, and her arm is missing.
Oh no, Pibble.
Which arm? Which arm?
Which arm?
Her left arm,
That
the one that had the
Is
sword
that
on
Is
it.
that the one with the sword?
Yeah, the sword on it.
Oh, Lord.
no.
Well, I'm happy I gave that sword to her.
Also,
Divrin grabs the bag of stuff.
is she still alive?
you two are not surprised. Roll initiative.
Woo!
Great.
The other two are. Roll initiative also, but you will be delayed.
Oh no.
I rolled a 1 on initiative. Yay! I mean, it's gotta be a 3, but
Oh wow, a 3. Ooh, this is great.
Yeah.
Oh,
9.
I got a 7.
7.
Trading
Wow.
7.
Critical noise is a 9. Euphoria?
I have a 23.
Wow, you know, that is like stand out above the rest.
yeah, a fair bit above.
Let's see.
Yes.
These guys.
Yeah, 'cause it's just a straight roll for the initiative, isn't it?
You should have a bonus.
No, it's not a
add
straight roll.
on your dex.
It's, yeah. Should
Yeah,
add your
it's a
dex
straight
and
20,
then
and
some.
then you add your dex, yeah, dex bonus.
Yep, and then some things have bonuses to
Okay.
initiative.
It's a 10 then. So I was like, wait, 23. That means
Okay.
she can. I forgot something.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay,
Rolled
so
an
10.
8, and then my initiative bonus is 5. So
Dang!
I'm glad I wasted my nat ones on stuff that don't really matter.
Yes, this is good. All right. So let's see. Divrin, you are not first. These are first. Okay. How funny how that turns out. So it's gonna be. Sorry, let me write these guys out real quick. Okay. You see, coming up out of the rubble that you guys are standing around, this, have you ever seen Tremors?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, very similar to a graboid. It's this
Oh,
like
no.
worm-like creature with a beak type mouth and then 4 like tentacle-like arms protruding off of it like mouth parts.
Beautiful.
And
Oh, crap.
It's my type of thing.
so there are 3 of them that you can see right now. They pop up out of the rubble and attack. Well, now let's say there's 4, just so we can attack everyone. Just for funsies. Okay. So that's going to be against Rose. Rose, what's your AC?
15.
All right, so that's a 19.
Wow, that's quite a bit.
And an 8, so that's a miss. Okay. One of
That
them
8 damage?
One of them reaches out with its tentacle and like smacks you. It tries to grab you to like bite you, but it can't quite get it.
Oh, you bastard!
And that's going to be 11 damage.
Damn bastard.
I have one attack. Gurgle. That's be a 10
Yes.
versus AC. I assume that misses.
16 AC.
Cool. The second is a 16.
Yes.
So it swipes at you with its tentacle and then rears its tentacles back and just like hits you with its face
Ugh,
for 8
gross.
slashing damage.
By the way, as a reaction to that attack, I'm
Mhm.
sorry, it's passed. I forgot for a second. Can I use my Hellish Rebuke?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. So that's a Dex 12 save.
All right. It fails.
Okay. So I'm gonna give it 2d10 damage.
Hit me with it.
So that's a total of 11 damage.
Cool.
11 fire damage. Yeah, there you go.
Fire. What do they think about fire? They don't like fire. Okay.
Rose is
These-
so angry that she just lashes out in a scream, and at that moment, it just bursts into fire for a second.
It's like, bah!
The pain is there.
You scary lady. There's these things as they're hitting you are really hard to see, even like with you, even with the knowledge that they are right in front of you, like that you are actively in combat with them. Like they're still really hard to see. They're like the same color as the entire environment around them, and they just their like shape blends in with this rubble really well.
Can I amend something, by the way? I'm sorry. Some things I just keep forgetting, but because I use it as a class ability, it has to be second level. So I'm gonna roll for another d10 for that fire damage.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's another 2.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I forgot that little detail.
It's all good. All right. One is going to attack Divrin. That's a miss. And a 14 versus your AC.
My AC is 15.
All right. That's a miss then. And
Yes.
then Euphoria. One of them is going to come up from like underneath you and is gonna try to eat you. Let's see, that's a 23 versus AC, which I assume hits. And the other one is 18.
That also hits.
So it is all over you.
Okay.
That was terrible damage rolls. By terrible, I mean great.
Yeah, it hurt a lot.
That's going to be 10 total slashing and piercing damage.
Okay. Alright, hang on. Yeah, I don't look so good. Can I cast Hellish Rebuke? Is it just one that attacked me or 2?
One attacked you.
Okay. Can I also use Hellish Rebuke on it? 'Cause
Of course.
It's a reaction. So when you use Hellish Rebuke, because I've never really played a Tiefling before, so you can cast Hellish Rebuke at a higher level to do additional damage, is that correct?
You have to cast it on second level because it's. Think of it like a cantrip for the tiefling. It's 1 per long rest,
I
and
mean-
like you automatically cast at level 2.
I meant, like, if I blow a third level spell slot on it, I can do additional damage. That's what I meant to ask, not...
I don't think you can use
Well,
additional.
I don't think it
Well,
Well, it
works.
says at higher
Right.
levels, when you cast a spell using the spell slot of second level or higher, the damage increased by 1d10 for each spell slot.
But it's a
above.
racial ability.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I would say no, but it's up to Sean.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. It's not because you're not like actively casting a spell. It's almost like the inner like devil in you just like doesn't like being hit.
Okay, alright. No, that's fair. Like I said, I've never played Tiefling before, so this was the first. Yeah, so it needs to make a 16 dex save.
Oh boy, they're so good at those. Nope.
Okay, alright, hang on. 2d10. That's that's a d20. That's not a d10. Takes 8 fire damage. Pew pew.
How much?
8 fire damage.
8. Got it. All right, as you unleash your flames into the maw of this thing, because that's basically all that you can see of it as it tries to grab you, you notice there's a sword sticking in one of its tentacles with an arm on it. It kind of flails around as it moves. Little goblin arm. All right.
That might come in handy.
Okay, so that's them. Now it is Divrin's turn.
Okay. Different is going to attack with his hand crossbow.
Okie doke.
Oh, so 8. Okay, you'll have to forgive me. I know you roll you roll, so it's an 8. Am I supposed to add something to that?
Mm-hmm. So you would add your dex score along with proficiency bonus.
Bonus. So
Should be +6.
proficiency. Yep, 3 for dexterity and 3 for proficiencies. 14. So 14.
14. Yes, that will hit.
Woo! Okay, so it is 1d6 and plus 3, so 4.
Okay. As you loose this little crossbow bolt into it, you notice the skin of these things is really thick, and as it hits, it just kind of it doesn't stick. It like flexes and it comes out.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry again for the confusion. Did you, as that attack to me happened, did you subtract health from my HP?
No.
Oh, okay.
You mean on D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
No, I'm not messing with your sheets. That's for y'all to do.
All right. Wait. Why did I? Can you remember how much it hit me for? Because I think I confused. There's some problem. And suddenly I'm at super low health.
I hit you for 11.
11? Okay. Alright, it does make sense now. Alright.
Alrighty. So yeah, as you hit this thing, it kind of flexes in your bolt, like comes out of its skin. It pierced its skin, but it seems to not have gotten that deep.
The abyss.
Alright. Divern, is that all you want to do? Do you want to move or disengage?
Get
or
out of
anything
the
like that?
way? Yes. Definitely want to take a couple steps backwards to get out of the way.
Okay.
Get out of their range. Can I use my stealth skills of any sort to hide? Get into some shadows?
So you're currently right up next to one, right? You are a rogue, right?
Yes.
So you can use your cunning action, so your bonus action, to disengage so that it doesn't hit you, or you can choose, or doesn't try to hit you, or you can choose to use up one of its reactions.
Let's see, my bonus action. Ooh, so I can do the disengage or the hide. There's probably not really anywhere to hide. I'm gonna try to hide.
Okay, well, you're right next to one, so you can't hide right now.
Okay, so
There's nowhere to hide.
disengage.
Yeah.
Get away from me!
Get away! Okay, so you're gonna use your disengage and then move. You wanna move your full movement away?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Dunsky.
Yep.
Gurgle noise.
Attack from.
Oh man. I'm going to shoot at one of them's in melee range with me. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoot at the one next to Euphoria. Is not in melee range with me.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to use an arcane shot on that. a banishing arrow.
Hmm.
And let's see if that hits.
I feel a save coming.
Yes, it's a charisma save. That is a
Ooh, boy.
22.
That hits. All right. Charisma save, huh? Woo, that's a 1.
So, target is banished. At the end of its next turn, the target reappears in the space it vacated or in the nearest unoccupied space.
Okay. Does it take any damage?
Yes, I should roll damage. My normal damage. Doesn't take extra damage. That is 7 damage.
Okay. Is this damage magical?
That is a fantastic question. I don't think my longbow is magical, but I think since it's an arcane arrow, I would assume it is, but let me look. Keep looking.
Let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. What do? We look in the book.
Good old book.
Good old book look.
Have you found it yet? I haven't.
Let's see.
I think it is, but I'm not getting a definitive in D&D Beyond.
Arcane Archer. You just banish someone with it. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's magical damage.
Okay. And then I get to attack twice when you take the attack action. And I'm going to shoot at another one. Divrin's.
So you have one other one that's not in melee with you.
Is that Divrin's?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Ooh. 12?
Nope.
Ooh.
Your shot goes zing past the other one.
Bummer. And I will take a second wind as a bonus action.
Cool.
5. Rolled a 5, so 5 plus 5.
10. I love when players groan after their dice rolls. It means I'm winning.
You were correct, sir.
All right. And now it's time for Euphoria.
Okay. So the worm that I was sort of straddling the mouth on has now been banished. Is that correct?
Banished. Yep. Disappeared.
Okay. Alright. So then I dropped to the ground. Damn it. I had the sword in its mouth and I was gonna...
Oh, that was
light
the
him
one?
up.
Oh,
Yeah!
bummer.
That was the one I was gonna light up.
Whoops.
It'll come back.
Oopsie.
Yeah, but then I won't be able to see the sword. And it's in its mouth, right? The sword is in its mouth.
Right, it's in one of its little like tentacle arm mouth part things.
Oh, okay. So it would be. I'm trying to like visualize it. So is it outside of the jaw or is it inside
Yeah.
of the jaw?
So like you got like this little beak in the middle, and then you have these 4 little
Got
like,
it. Okay.
things on it, and inside one of them is the sword, and this little goblin arms.
Okay.
Like,
I thought it was
falling
like the mouth was like open like this, and then the sword was in a tentacle inside the mouth, like that.
on. Kinda, sorta,
But not really. You just said it was on the outside.
but not really. Yeah, the tentacles are on the outside of the mouth because it's not like a closed mouth like ours. It's like a outside mouth.
All right. Okay. So
It's like if your cheeks spread into 4 parts.
yes,
Ew.
Exactly.
delicious. So
Finger licking good.
how far away is the other one from me? How many are there? There were 2. Or is
There were 4. Now there are
4.
3 because one has been banished. One is on top of Gurgle, and then one that is kind of distanced from you is on Rose, and then the other one that's nearest to you is Diverin's.
Okay. I'm gonna help Girdle out. So I'm gonna do. Which one is closest to like the pile of junk? Is that the one that's on top of Gurgle?
No, it's gonna be the one on Diverin. Gurgle is like the most over the pile of junk.
Okay.
So he was leading the charge.
Alright then. I will do. I'll run up to Gurgle and I'll cast Heroism.
Ah, okay.
So that's gonna give you +5 temporary hit points
Woot. Thank
at
you.
the start of each of your turns.
Cool.
And it lasts for a minute, so it'll go for 10 rounds. Sidebar question, really quickly. So it is a second level spell, and it requires you to touch somebody, but it says, like, in the, like, rules, it's like, oh, when you cast the spell, you can target an additional creature for each slot above first.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work if it's a touch spell? So would I have to be standing next to 2 people and use each of the hands to touch somebody in order?
You could also cast it on yourself.
You know what? That's a brilliant idea. I should probably
That's what I'm here
do
for.
that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna cast it on myself, so I'm expending a 3rd level spell slot to include myself in that, and I get
Awesome.
5 hit points.
What sort of medium does Euphoria use? Does she sing or?
She would. She uses her pan flute.
Pan flute. That's right. Yeah, made out of her horn, right?
From her broken horn, because
Right.
she's metal as fuck.
Inspire heroism. Awesome. Okay.
Alright, so I'll keep track of that.
All right. So you moved over. You cast heroism. Do you want to do anything else?
Bonus action. I would like to cast or give. Who's next in the turn order? Rose. I'd like to give Rose Bardic Inspiration, please.
Cool,
So
cool.
you will get 1d8 to use for Bardic Inspiration for your attack roll or spell.
Yeah, or skill check or all
or
them
skill
things.
check. Yeah. Can't use it for damage.
You
That
can
was
use it for
something I was
saves.
sad to find out.
What? No plus D8 damage?
Yeah.
This music is awesome.
could
I'm
be
gonna hit
sweet.
harder. Okay.
Don't worry.
All right.
She will hit.
College of Metal. Like,
Rose.
that's what I want.
You're up. That needs to be the next one. Okay, we're working on it. We're doing it. After this,
Yep.
we're gonna
Me and
start.
you, we'll do it.
College of Metal.
Well, yeah. That was terrible. Sorry. Needed to because
You have to make that sound every time you want to do something bad.
Oh yeah. All right, Rose.
So you can visibly see Rose starting to exhume because like that hit hurt and she hates being hurt by dickheads basically. So she's getting angry visibly and just starting very slightly to glow hot, like you can all feel some sort of heat exhuming. Oh, you bastard, you are getting that. I'm gonna take my revenge on you, you fucking bastard. And with that, she just doesn't wait any longer and starts bashing at the thing. So, first attack will be a flail.
Okay.
So let me.
The Rose Flail.
Yep, that's the 21 to hit.
Oh yeah.
And sorry, let me find my D8. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with dice, so it
It's all
just
good.
takes me a
Tasty,
second.
tasty D8.
Yeah. So that's a 5 points of damage. Alright. Let me check one thing, cause I have extra attack, but I also have 2 weapon fighting, so I reckon that will allow me to attack 3 times actually. I need to make sure of that.
Okie dokie.
So yeah, another attack with the flail. So that's the extra attack. Actually, that's a nat 1, so I don't think that's gonna hit at all.
Whiffer.
Yeah, that's a quite good. And finally, with the sorry, with the 2 weapon fighting, she is gonna now use the battle axe to rip her for the last one,
Oh
and
no.
that's a 10 to hit.
Nope. So as she's pulling out that axe, the one of the tentacles kind of hits her hand as she's trying to hit with it. It just handle the tentacle doesn't land.
Ah, fucker! Oh, you don't have long to live. You realize that? You will get down.
Rose, you're scaring me.
The bodies of the wolf.
She is turning scary.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yep, that's it.
All right. The monsters go. So, one of them. How do I determine whether it comes back or not? Does it automatically come back, or does it need a save?
Comes back at the. You're talking about banishing one?
Yeah.
It comes back at the end of its turn.
The end of its turn. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you see one that was in the rubble suddenly disappeared, and now just kind of pops out of nowhere and flops on the ground, and it seems utterly confused. The other 3 attack their targets. One turns toward where Divrin went off, and then turns back and goes for the bugbear. That's going to be a 6 to hit and an 11.
No.
No. Why you gotta say
Sorry.
it like that? It hurts my feelings. And then we're going to have a natural 1 versus Rose. And, oh my gosh. Another natural 1 versus Rose. This is going great. All right.
I agree.
All right, Euphoria. That's a 17 versus your armor class.
How painful is it?
Probably painful. And the other one is a 12.
The other one doesn't hit.
Okay, cool.
It can suck my boot.
Probably is sucking on your boot right now.
What about the other one?
So
that one's probably not.
the tentacle kind of reaches out after you've moved toward the bugbear. Reaches out and try to scoop your legs, and it just wraps around and strips the flesh off your legs. 12 slashing damage.
Yikes.
Yikes, indeed.
Temporary hit points.
Yay, those temporary hit points are nice, aren't they?
So helpful.
Okay.
Ooh.
Cool beans. Go. Divern.
Okay, so get that thing back up. And he's going to attack with his hand crossbow again. So, he's 7.
Pew.
So 10. Initiative. So that's initiative and 10. Does that hit?
I didn't catch any of that. So it's just your die roll plus
Sorry.
6, right? What did you roll?
So it's 13. I was right, 13.
13. Okay. That is a miss.
Yeah.
So
Crap.
shoots by and it feels the wind as it went away from you, and it feels that bolt go by, and it pauses. Do you want to do anything else?
Is there anywhere?
There's plenty of stuff to hide
I guess
behind.
he's kind. Let's hide, cause he normally attacks from like in the shadows. So let's get behind something quickly.
Okay. Sounds good. Roll stealth. Just say you use some of the rubble in the room.
12. So 15.
Okay. Good to know. Okay. Gurgle.
Okay. I'm just going to move away from the one that is closest to me and risk the attack of opportunity.
Well, there's currently 2 that are close to you now.
Oh, that changes things. So I will stay there, and I will shoot any of them that are not within melee range.
Okay, so the one on Rose.
Okay. Son of a... That's an 11.
Nope.
I'm gonna do it again.
Sorry. Heal.
That's a 21.
That's much better.
Agreed. Ooh. 12 damage.
Ooh.
Non-magical, since it's not the arcane shot.
Okay. Perfect. That's the one on Rose. Alrighty.
And that is my turn.
Awesome. Time for euphoria. Pan flute him to death.
Idea.
You ready, Jess?
Sorry. So I'm gonna take a potion because that would be cool. Of healing. Let's
Oh, I don't have gulping noise. I can add that.
Should be like your dad or something.
No, Greg is my dad.
Greg.
Just Greg. Just Greg. Where the hell are they? I added them. Oh, potion of healing. Yes.
Yes. Should be what, 2d4 plus 2?
Yes. I thought I had a greater healing potion. A potion of greater healing? I do. I have one of those. So I'm gonna take that bad boy.
Cool.
44 plus 4.
Bonus action. Potions. I'm a fan of that.
Oh, I thought it was an action. Do
I'll let you
potion.
use it for a bonus action.
Really?
You.
Really?
Hooray! That's amazing. God damn it! I rolled 2 1s.
Suddenly
No.
became less amazing, but still good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's okay, I rolled 2
Back
1s
up
too.
22, and then I also get my 10th hit points back, so hooray! So that was 1 round for Gurgle Noise, 1 round for Euphoria. And the other worm has come back from its banishment.
Jace.
Oh, gonna get it.
It's hurt the Pippa.
Because he's the one that's holding the sword, and I'm casting heat metal at 3rd level.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh no. And that's my last 3rd level spell slot.
Burning
so
those slots.
He 2d8 fire damage, so he's gonna take 3d8 fire damage. Wait, does
Ouch.
he need to do a save? Oh no, it just happens to him.
It just happens. Yep.
It just happens. Alright, yeah.
There's a save to
oh,
drop it, I think, at some point once it's damaged him.
15 burning damage.
Burninating him. Ow.
He needs to be in the ICU now.
So that sword like glows. It was already glowing that violet color, right? But now it's like the intensity of it turns like this orangey red, glows underneath it as the metal of it lights up. And that
I don't think I can burn the curse off of it.
I wish. Yeah, the goblin hand is still stuck to it, and it's and you can
Oh shit, I forgot about
you can
that.
smell the flesh of this thing like slowly burning, and you hear it just cry out as one of its the tentacle that sword is in just falls off, just and it like flails around, and like there's a little bit of blood just kind of trickling down. It's mostly cauterized.
Alright, cool.
You definitely
And
heard
then-
it a lot.
Beautiful. That'll be my turn because I got to take the potion as a bonus action. So, that'll be it.
Cool
Bardic
beans.
Inspiration, I'll have to wait for someone else next time.
Rose.
Yeah, as she just managed to react to that attack on Euphoria. Euphoria! Oh, these damn bastards. She's really starting to get there, and she's ready to lash out, so she will just strike down the one in front of her. Alright, that's a 23 with the flail,
Yeah.
and
Rose to the face,
yes,
or
let's
wherever you want to
go
put that
with
thing.
my second attack with flail. That's a 15 for the next one.
15 also hits.
Alright, and for the last one, with the battle axe, that's a 21. That hits as well, so
Boop,
okay,
boop, boop.
let me roll my dice. Yeah.
Oh shoot!
Another one? Okay. That's 6 plus. Alright, that's 9 points of damage total, and 3 slashing, 3 bludgeoning.
Okay. Question: is Rose raging right now?
No.
Okay. She's just mad.
Not currently. She will get
just
there,
at
and
mad
you will
level.
see what happens. when she gets there.
I'm right here. I'm not there yet. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's going to be the monsters. Monsters. Monster. Oh boy. Yeah. That stunk. Okay. So, among all of you, let's see. This could be one more. Okay. So that's one hit on Rose,
Mhm.
and that is going to be for a whopping 3 piercing damage. And then
Alright.
2 hits on the bugbear.
All right.
And that's going to be 13 piercing and slashing damage. These things are just laying into y'all. Complete abandon. Like they're just trying to kill you as quickly as they can.
They're trying to kill me.
Oh, hold up, really quick. Callum's not helping at all.
Oh yeah, funny you should mention him.
I'm gonna shoot him.
He's gone.
He's run away far.
Yeah, you guys
God.
have no
What?
idea where he is.
I'm going to shoot him.
I was waiting for y'all to realize that he wasn't there.
See ya.
That's fine. He can go die in the dungeon.
Different.
Whatever.
Difference like behind a pile of rubble.
Mm-hmm.
I love the representation.
He's going to attack from a distance with his hand crossbow.
Okay.
Blink. Let's see what he does. Hopefully damage.
You may attack with advantage.
I can attack with advantage? Yes.
Mhm. If you are hidden.
Oh, good. That's much better. 120.
Definitely a hit.
Then 1d6. Ooh, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. Did you add your sneak attack damage?
No. Where was that?
Should definitely add that,
Attack.
because that's the dope part about being a rogue.
Yes. Is it, what was it, 3d6? So 3d6s?
Level 5, I think it's, yeah, I think you're right. 36. Yes, 3d6.
Okay, then that would make it a total of 18.
All right. Nicely done.
Nice.
Kill him.
Kill him.
Let's do it.
So, let's see. Gurgle noise. Gurgle noise, you notice, since you're up close and personal with it, that the one that Euphoria burned is really moving slow. It looks really bad.
Keep burning it, Euphoria. And there's still others that aren't within melee with me, correct?
There is one.
Yeah, we'll shoot it with another arcane arrow. A 21, and this is a banishing arrow.
Okay. What's the save DC?
9.
It saves.
Bummer. I shoot it again. After I roll the damage for it.
Say, what was the damage?
It is 7 damage.
Okie doke.
And that is magical.
Okay.
And then the second was a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Excitement. Excitement.
That's what
And I rolled a 2 for the damage. Fantastic. So that's 4 plus 4
Say yay. Say yay.
is 8.
Woo.
And I'm going to action surge.
So you hit it with
And-
that banishing arrow, and it like just kind of like steals itself around that like shadow trying to take it over. And then you hit it one more time, and it looks like it's about to teeter over.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot it. Nope. That's a 12
That's a miss.
and a 14.
14 hits.
Okay. 9 damage, non-magical.
9 damage. All right, so kind of miss it as it teeters in this weird angle, and then you're like, oh, duh. And you whack it one more time, and it falls over, and
Yay, killed it. And that is my turn.
Euphoria.
Okay, so the one that I trogdoored, it's still up and moving, right?
It's still moving, yeah, but it's not happy.
Well, that's fine. It doesn't need to be happy. Um, I don't have anything that would not affect other people. However, I still have use of shatter. So I guess I'd like to point center my shatter around its face.
Okay.
Just to paint a mental picture. So it's like basically like a spear that like sort of appears. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw, and it needs to be meet or beat a 16.
It does not.
Cool. It's gonna take 3d8 thunder damage.
Ugh.
Ouch.
11.
Boom. How you want to kill this thing?
I basically shatter all of the like teeth that it's in its maw or whatever, and that's how it goes.
It's like
Yeah,
And
it
then you
starts
see this
choking
bubble.
on its own teeth.
Ooh.
just here it go.
Get out of the way, it's gonna blow.
Yeah, right.
For my bonus action, I would like to give different bardic inspiration with my pan flute.
Okay. So just in range. Alrighty. Divrin, you hear this inspiring music. Alright, Rose. Speaking of which, Rose, you still have an inspiration to use.
I know. It's just one of the blobby things left now, is it?
There are two.
There are two. Okay.
They're both
In
on
that
your
case-
buddy Gurgle Noise.
The one on me has been killed.
Mm-hmm. Gurgle
Okay.
Noise just killed it.
Okay. So that after, even though it was more of a graze, after the last hit she took, it's just enough to topple her over. So you could. Ah, 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 ah. And with that, she completely stops exhuming any noise. Her body completely goes flail, and it looks like as if she is really, really relaxed from the outside. But Goggle Noise, you take a look at her, and you know how she was scaring you earlier? Now she's fucking terrifying. And all of you feel this glow of heat that's just exuding from her as she actually goes into rage. And with that, she will dash beside Gurgle Noise and just jump and slam down her rose into one of the creatures.
Was that noise intentional?
Which one?
I heard the background.
All of it. No,
Okay.
that background thing I guess was just passing. But
Well, it was
Hey, it
perfect.
works.
very intentional. Yeah. Does the move? I don't think the movement to Goggle Noise would take an action. That it's not that far, is it?
No, it's just part of your move.
So she's gonna jump down on one of those, but it's a 7. But now I'm gonna use the Bardic Inspiration dice.
Noise.
Just for good measure. So that's a total of 13 to hit.
That's a miss.
Oh, that serves to only drive her crazier. And now that she's landed and just about missed the thing, just landing the flail on its side, she recovers and without any sound, again, just with a very relaxed grace, she swings again at the unfortunate thing. And that's a 13 to hit. Is that
She's like narrowly missing this thing.
so? Yeah,
Rose, calm down. You'd probably hit if you just calmed down.
Gonna tell her to count to 10.
quick
Count to 10.
quick question: does Rose have any
He does not.
special? Does Rose have anything special that happens whenever she rages, as far as mechanics wise? Because I know some of the
There is.
paths do.
She does have frenzy, but I can choose to use that. That not yet.
Okay,
She's not in a frenzy yet.
got it. Okay, well, she gets really mad and then like crushes everything around this thing, like carves a path around it, and it's just like
Except she looks completely relaxed. Just has this dancer's grace about it. But you see the weapon just crush into the ground. And she does not at all react to whatever gurgle noise says. She hears nothing right now.
Well, you have definitely gotten the attention of these Gricks. They turn away from Gurgle Noise and immediately to Rose. And they are going to full on.
Uh-oh.
Alright. That's going to be 3 hits. So one of them grabs Rose and like buries its beak into her chest, like trying to like pierce through. And the other one like tears some of the like flesh off her back, like it's like rips at her. So they're really.
This is all
getting
within
mean.
melee range of me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just roll damage for both of them or just one? Wait.
What?
I have a reaction that I can do, but it needs to be before you call the damage
Okay.
or what actually happens.
I haven't called it.
I can use cutting words to decrease, subtract the number from the creature's roll.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so that is 1d8. Pow. 6.
Well, that is the meanest words I've heard you say, Euphoria.
You overused piece of rope.
That hurt my
just a
feelings.
Just a question out of curiosity. Does that subtract all of the attacks for that reaction? Or one of them?
Just one.
It's a reaction. If I can see within 60 feet, if a creature makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a damage roll, I can expend 1 use of Bardic Inspiration, roll the die, and subtract that number from the creature's roll.
Okay.
Alright, gotcha.
So
I
you
can do so after the roll, but before knowing the result.
okay. So you
Which
took
is why I was trying to stop him.
you wanted to take away from one of I have no problem retconning it. Do you want to take away from one of the attacks or the damage?
What were the numbers that hit her? Like I
I can tell you that if you take away from one of the attacks, you will make one of the attacks miss.
Okay, I would like to do that.
Okay.
I would like to make an attack miss.
All right. Then damage is going to be 18.
Do you remember that I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing?
Yes.
Is that 18 with that even?
No, I'm just giving you the raw number. You cut
Oh.
it in half.
Okay. So, yeah. That's 9 sorry, that's 8 points of damage.
It'd be 9. Be 9.
Isn't resistance roll down from the half? Because half of... Wait, you said
Right.
18, right? I'm sorry.
18. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
You got
For-
it. You got
for a
it.
moment I confused it with 17, okay.
It's early in the morning over there, man.
Yeah, my brain's still
It's like-
a little fuzzy, sorry
like,
about that. But
Can't
yeah.
do maths right now. Okay, so that's them. It is now Divern.
All right. So he's going to attack with.
Oh, I meant to
my
ask you.
hand.
Last turn, did you mean to hide again?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll that stealth. I know you're new to a rogue. That's hard to remember that stuff.
Okay. 18 plus my stealth.
You roll 18 on the die?
It's like a. Yeah.
Yeah, you're hidden. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I was like, yeah, I was looking for my stealth, and
It
I know
didn't
it's
even
something
matter.
ridiculous.
It didn't even matter what your stuff is. You super hidey.
Let's see. Who's in the most danger?
Roses. There's two.
Rose.
There's two,
Okay,
two of one rose. Yeah.
I'm gonna hit the one that's, whichever one's in my range of hers. I'm gonna hit with my crossbow. So 10, so 13.
That's a miss.
Crap.
Did you roll with
I'm sorry.
advantage?
No, I did not. I still have advantage because I'm hidden. Thank you. That makes it a 14.
That'll hit.
Yes.
Roll damage.
All right.
Make sure to add your sneak attack.
1d6 3, so there's 6. Makes it 12. So far we're at 18, and oh god, come back.
Racking it up.
19, so that makes it 20 total. It landed on a 2.
Okay.
So
Rose
let's
and gurgle
blast it.
noise. You see this bolt just like come out of the darkness and just go, just like straight through this thing, and it like makes this noise. It keeps moving, but it's just like, and then it keeps trying to go after Rose.
Gasping noise.
It's just leaking fluid.
Bubbling noise.
He's just compiling a giant list.
I just had to check and see if I already had bubble noise taken.
All right, gurgle noise. It's your turn.
There's one left, correct?
There are two.
2.
One is severely damaged.
I'm going to back up, risk the attacks of opportunity.
Okie dokie. They're going to take their reactions against you. One of them is going to hit you.
Okay.
That's going to be 9 damage.
Okay. Thank goodness for heroism.
Yes.
Now I'm going to shoot the weak one.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm an idiot and haven't been doing it, sharpshooter.
Oh, hey.
That's gonna be 20, unnatural.
Okay. Is that with the -5?
Yep.
Cool. Then that definitely hits.
18 damage.
It is dead. How do you want to shoot that sucker?
I back up and pull it out and go, oh, I gotta remember my training, and shoot it through its beak and pin its beak together. So I assume like its beak probably overlaps a little bit, like it has an overbite or an underbite.
Mm-hmm.
And I just pin them together and it goes right through. Yeah. And then the other one, sharpshooter again. Woo! 18, rolled an 18, -5 is 13, plus 9 for my modifier is 20 something.
Dang.
That's
solid.
22 damage.
Good lord. Okay.
Sorry, I haven't been using my index finger, and it makes a difference. If you shoot longbows, it makes big difference.
All right. Well, yeah. So it's not quite dead, but it definitely has an arrow just like stuck halfway into it. Just.
Heck yes. And that is my turn.
All right. Euphoria.
I'm gonna cast Shatter on it.
Shatter.
Yeah. So, it'll need to do that Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that Constitution thing. We don't have to do that, do we? I don't do that.
You.
That's a 4.
Yeah. So 3d8. Nice. 15 damage.
Ooh. All right, so you've killed this thing with Shatter. How do you want to kill it?
I'll break apart the arrow that Gurgle Noise shot into it, and it just turns into a bunch of splitters.
Oh. So basically, it's like you just stuck a grenade inside it. It just goes poof, and this section of it just blows off.
Nice.
And it falls out. And that seems to be the end of your enemies. You hear them kind of just let out a like gurgle
Where's
noise.
Piddle?
As that last one blows up or half blows up and falls on the ground, you guys notice that as it falls, this horrible smell just comes up from it.
As that goes on, and with the heat of combat over, Rose will just take a moment to clean off her flail and battle axe, and then just drop the weapons and fall on her knees.
Oh, this smells bad. I'm trying to remember what they say in Tremors when they kill one of them and it smells really bad. This is unfortunate. My memory's failing me. The prestidigitate this stuff, this smell. And he starts doing his arcane archer stuff to make it smell slightly better.
Victoria would walk over to Pibble. Is she still alive at all?
Make a medicine check.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, it's not gonna be as bad as I thought. So.
While she's doing that, Divrin's got his cloak over his face to sort of block the smell.
16.
Okay. So when you come up, you kind of on her one still good arm, kind of check a pulse. Very, very faint, but you can feel one. But she's bleeding profusely from that arm. It looks like it just got chopped off.
Burn it.
Can I?
Cauterize it.
I don't have any burning things, and I'd really like to not light her up.
Heat metal and
I don't have
Heat
any
metal.
spell slots left for heat metal. I just
What
took
are
out
spell
two
slots?
guys with
Yeah,
a
exactly. Yeah. So,
I mean,
um,
imagining we're in a cave of a dungeon, we would probably. I mean, we all have dark vision, but nonetheless, it could be a wise idea that we all got a torch and a
I mean,
lighting
yeah,
kit.
I have oil and torches, but I'm still not gonna freaking light her up. I'm
Pibble,
gonna make a tourniquet.
Pibble turns to you and goes, "Take growing. Him dumb will die."
And dumb will die. No, it's fine. I'm gonna save
She
her.
said
I'm gonna
eat
make her-
Do we have
growing.
a health
make a tourniquet.
potion?
I make a tourniquet, and then I'm gonna use healing word on her. I'm not letting her die.
Yes. No. It's like, do I have a healing potion?
Yeah, I have healing potions. And I also have healing word.
All right.
I
So
have
what are you
plenty
doing?
of- Yeah, I'd like
Um,
to make a tourniquet first, and then I'm gonna give her a healing potion.
Okay.
Don't let me be intrusive, but can I make a reminder that Rose has only 8 health?
I have plenty of healing potions. That's what I spent the
There's
bulk
several.
of my money on.
Yeah, I mean,
I
money.
also have healing word. I have
Money
four first level spell slots. I can use all of them on healing word.
All right. So are you using healing word on Pibble?
No,
Yes, we're saving her.
Yeah, I'm saving her, but I'll use one of my potions to
Use
save
potion?
her, and I'll
Okay.
use healing word on.
So
So-
there's like a tiny nub of arm that you're just barely able to get that tourniquet around, but it works for now.
Yeah.
You get that healing potion down her
5?
throat. 5?
Yeah, 5.
Okay. You see
If she still looks bad, then I'll give her another one.
after she drinks it, she's like, Whoa. Whoa. Ah! And looks at her arm. My arm? You made me lose my arm!
No.
Oh,
I can't understand
Pibble.
a word she's saying. Gurgle noise.
She
I
said
need
you
to-
make her lose her arm.
No. I didn't do it, honey. The worm did.
Gurgle Noise is just translating this.
This all your fault. You gave me sword. Now I don't have arm.
Dead. I mean, I could have let you die here.
And like,
We'll buy her another one.
Yeah, we'll just take you to an artificer and we'll just
We'll-
get you a
we'll
new
buy
sword.
her one.
It'll be fine.
ooh, now you're buying me things.
Yeah. We'll sell those creepy little gems you got in your pocket to buy you a new arm. How's that?
Oh, those mine.
You want the arm or you want the gems?
Mm. Fine.
Okay.
Looks at her arm. She's like, fine.
Tell her we'll buy her a shiny arm. We'll make sure it's out of sparkles or something. Can we?
Are we gonna get out
Move
of
it
Sparkle
along.
City?
While you're,
Sparkle City.
while you
I
guys,
refuse. I refuse to acknowledge either of you.
all right.
As
So
this
Everett-
discussion goes on, Rose finally manages to catch her breath again and slowly rise up, and she will walk very slowly, almost as if in a menacing tone, and then just drop and hug Gurgle Noise really tight for a second,
Oh, menacing noise.
menacing noise.
and then she breaks the hug and goes, "Now will one of you patch me up because I'm bleeding all over and it's ruining the little clothes I have left."
They'll be
Ah.
fine. They'll be
Divrin,
fine.
Divrin, were you in charge of Sparkle City?
Shall we move forward?
Divrin, I asked you a question.
I heard you, Barfbox. I'm not answering.
That's not my
You
my name
insult. You insult my
or my
heritage.
noise. I insult your heritage by asking question.
Yes. Giggle
Rose,
sound. Let's let us
Okay.
continue.
Giggle Noise was my sister. She was a human.
Devrin,
I
I'm sorry,
not-
but I am not going anywhere while my guts are still bleeding. Oh, where is my bandage kit when I need it? And my herbs too. Why did I lose it before coming here? Ah,
I think Euphoria is trying to help you.
yes.
thank you.
I have spent 2 first level
I
spell
kn-
slots.
I needed this. And she hugs her as well because she helped save her as well.
You sound like my stepbrother complaining noise.
Grumble.
For the
noise.
That sounds
record,
like a
it's Shed
compliment.
Nassad.
While
what?
you guys are bickering, you hear off in the distance to your right. There's like an alcove in front of you. It looks like it's like an open doorway type of thing. And to your right, there's just darkness of an unexplored section of this room. You hear a distant and echoous roar.
That doesn't sound good. Can I figure out what that roar is from?
Yeah, can perception.
Make a nature check.
Oh yeah. Oh, saying that like I've got actually somebody to do major checks.
Yeah.
I don't.
Rose is gonna join in that as well.
12.
Yeah, that's not gonna
15.
9.
14.
What was that? Chael,
14.
14? Okay. Those of you that rolled above a 12 know that that is a bigger, stronger version of what you just fought, known as a Grick.
Rick. Okay.
Fight Grix.
So
What?
you just fought Gricks, and that's an alpha Grick coming your way. They travel in packs.
We
When
should
they-
mosey.
When they
Rose,
die,
if
they
you
tend
were-
to give off pheromones that let others know that they've died.
We should go.
damn
Oh,
thing.
yeah, let's run.
Rose,
I-
if you're
I have
finished
a
complaining, we
cause
should
to settle.
go.
Oh, we should go.
We should probably leave.
That's an idea.
Leaving.
Yep. Yep, we're going
Yeah,
grab it.
leaving.
Wait, did we
leaving.
ever get those gems back?
With
With
Left.
Pibble, and we got. Divern had the sack of stuff.
You still
I'll
have
carry
it.
Pibble, or someone will carry Pibble, and we gotta carry Groin.
I can carry Pibble.
And I can get groin.
Okay.
I've got the stuff.
When you pick up Groin, he finally wakes up.
Do I need to knock him unconscious again?
He just looks around, shrugs his shoulders, and just like is along for the ride. He seems much less talkative than his wife.
Fantastic.
Great.
Anyways, you guys head forward, I assume, and not toward the big scary noise.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Away.
Way, if possible.
So you guys go through this dark hallway. This is definitely like formed stone. It's just arched, like expertly crafted. You go through a very, very long dark hallway. But there's like a whole lot of nothing. It almost feels like you've been running for like 5-6 minutes and you haven't run into anything. It's just hallway. Finally, just as you start wondering if you're in some sort of magical trap that keeps going on forever, you see the end of this hallway. And you hear people say, "Oh, yes! This out! This way out!"
Let's go.
Let's keep going in this direction.
Let's head there.
There, it opens up into a medium-sized room. On the opposite side of the wall is a large map. It's like a cross-section of Undermountain. It has 23 levels lined out. It has the mountain, and it has several like small drawings and things, all relating to the different levels of Undermountain, you would assume. In the middle of the room is the remnants of an old campfire. And what else is in here? There's a large pit between the campfire and the map on the wall. There are 2 exits.
Can I invest?
Yes, you can investigate.
Okay.
What do you want to investigate?
The pit.
The pit. Okay.
So for investigation, 11 and 10. Sorry, it's late here. 19.
19.
I
Okay.
have to do math.
Great. As you approach this pit, you hear like the crunching of stone underfoot. And you hear this grumbling. Can't believe it.
Oh man, we just collect
Oh, I
people.
like the sound of this.
You look over the edge, and there is an elf. You think it's a very gross-looking elf. It's like half rotted away, but it seems to be grumbling to itself
Ew.
and marching in a circle. The pit itself has extremely smooth walls and is about 12 feet deep. There seems to be like a collapsed section of stone in the bottom of it.
How did you say the elf was weird?
It's like half rotten. His skin is rotting away. Looks like a leper.
Could Rose check if she knows what it's under a particular illness, or especially if a what do you call it, infectious one or anything?
Make a religion check.
A religion check. All right. That's 17.
Okay. You know that this thing is a revenant.
Oh,
So this is an undead version of an elf that is specifically still alive simply to carry out one vengeful task. Is
Oh.
otherwise interested
Oh.
in nothing else.
don't like the sight of that. It's a revenant, guys. Do you guys know what that is?
No.
Yes.
It's an undead elf.
Oh, that's
That-
bad.
I don't know much about them, but what the tales I've heard, they cling around to life just for the purpose of vengeance.
When you start
Okay.
to talk to them about him, the elf looks up and says, Hey, you! Get me out of here! I want out!
No.
What?
No,
You?
that's quite alright.
Oh, stop pulling my leg.
I have to
Get back.
find my friends.
Which friends? Was his name Kellum?
Kellum? You know Kellum?
Yeah,
You
weirdo,
might
jerk
have
face.
heard the name. Oh,
I'm-
gurgle noise.
I'm not as interested in him. More so just Copper, Midna, and Rex.
We've got enough people to worry about.
Oh, come on!
I don't see the harm in
Come
letting
on,
him out.
let me out!
He's undead.
I just
He's
want to
not gonna
find
hurt
them.
us.
How do we know that he's undead?
I'm undead. What?
So,
Got a
what he
little
looks like
something,
is
something
clearly
going
our
on.
evidence. And they happen to be undead.
I am kind of rotting,
So
aren't I?
unless some new illness that I've never seen out there.
Do I smell bad?
Yes.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
Definitely.
that
If
distresses
gurgle
me.
noise tells that, then yes, you do.
What are the other? Is that all the features of this room, or
So there's the large map that you guys haven't looked at yet. Otherwise, it's a
Okay.
very plain room. With
can
the-
I examine the rest of the room and the map, or two
Sure.
separately?
You can do both. That's fine.
So 2 rolls, or
Just one. The map takes up
Invest-
the entire far wall, so
investigation, or
yes,
16.
perfect. So, you can see each individual level of Undermountain. It has like it's almost like hieroglyphs, so it's just like a basic summation from what you can understand of each one, like generally what was in it at the time that this map was made. You see, like next to level 16, there's a comet. You see next to level 8, there's a serpent. You see, like, just different things here and there. Next to yours, there's so this first level, there's a skull and crossbones.
What does it feel like?
It's so the wall is made of granite, and it's just like been etched into it. It's very smooth, just like little indentations here and there for the map. When you like run your hand across it, you notice some dwarves in what looks like a forge in one section. I think it's level 13, but as you run your hand across it, you hit something that you couldn't see before. It's a little crystal key that's jutting out from one of the dwarves.
There's a crystal key or something over here, everyone.
That
Do
might
not
be
touch
useful.
it.
He's already
Key.
touching it.
I'm already touching it.
Get your hand off of it, bear.
Be nice.
In the manner of
Excuse-
speaking or being nice, I think we should let this gentleman out of the pit.
He's not a gentleman. He's undead.
I like her. She's pretty. She's smart. She knows what's up.
Manipulative. I don't know how I knew that word.
You guys spoke to me 2 weeks ago,
Gurgle
and you
is
haven't stopped
right.
using it.
Everything
At least use it
manipulative.
correctly.
You know
I
what?
was never told about them being manipulative. There's something wrong with this one, I'm sure.
I just want to get out so I can find my friends. I don't even care. You know what? Hey, they have stuff. They looted a bunch of stuff down here. If you get me out of here, I'll find them. I'll get their stuff. You can have their stuff. I don't even care.
I don't want to go with you.
Different-
Yeah,
You don't
'cause
even have to
once
go with
you
me. You just
find
have to let me
them-
out.
Well, we would have to go with you because once you've filled your deity's purpose, you're gonna go for the long nap.
That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
I really
then
need to get
quit
my
wrapping
hands
up.
on them
Different's going to.
really badly. If
I
you know
hope
what I
I
And
do
mean.
not
what guarantee is there that once we find your friends, you won't trap us with them and let us suffer the same fate they will?
I mean, I don't know how to
I mean,
guarantee something like that to you. I mean, you'll have to trust me.
Second,
I don't care. I don't even know what your names are.
Trust
I just
you.
went out of the
You have to give us
pit.
a reason.
we
Trust
met
you.
him after he died. Like, I don't see the harm in letting him out of the pit.
Differin's going to levitate into the pit.
I don't bite.
Differin's
How
going to
do-
levitate
Can I
into the
insight that? Insight everything he said.
Everything. Okay.
Including the fact that Euphoria is pretty.
Yeah.
18.
I'm inciting that. 18. Okay. Yeah, he seems to be very, very dead set on finding his friends. You're very sure that he intends to murder them.
Not gonna murder us though.
He doesn't really seem to care about you. He just wants to use you.
He's manipulative.
I mean,
Well, how do we
I- we
know
were
his
manipulated
friends are not
to
innocent?
Don't touch
I
me,
don't
dark
know.
elf. You'll taint me with your filth.
Do you want out? Do you want out of the pit, or would you like to stay down there? Because I can certainly leave you here.
All right, fine. I guess I'm dirty anyway.
I'm the only one that appears to want to let you out, besides her.
I want to let him out, but everybody's yelling at me not to let him out. And then you decide you're gonna float down there with your floaty business, and
She's right. You have floaty business.
Euphoria was gonna say
Called-
something else that was really, really terrible, and then she was decided with floaty business.
So he takes Divrin's hand. He's like, all right, let's go.
Alright, he floats him up and sets him less than gently onto the ground.
As soon as he hits the ground, he goes for the right doorway and just takes
Okay,
off.
bye.
Before he goes, Rose blocks his path with
Why?
her battle axe. Once we find your friends, you will behave yourself, or else. And she just gives the axe a little tug, and there's a faint but very real glow in her eyes as she is clearly trying to intimidate him into behaving himself.
He turns to her and goes, "Get out of my way."
Rose, what are you doing? Who
Get
cares?
Probably move.
Yeah, why don't we just let him go? Like we said, we're
Fine. I loathe to disappoint my friends, but know this: you don't fucking threaten me. And she steps away, as just in order to not disappoint her friends.
He just gives her like a very cold stare, like not threatening, not anything, just like does not even care and just waits for her. And as soon as she moves out of the way, he just like moves with this like unnatural speed, like just.
Oh,
There's-
I swear, I will have to dig my Ripper into this guy's back.
There's still this key. I'm touching this key.
As you like fumble with it with your fingers, telling them that you're like, "Hey, I got this key." It kind of starts slipping out of the little like slit that it's in into your hand.
I have the key.
You were not supposed to touch the key.
Well, you decided to levitate, so we all do mean things.
Levitating is a natural ability of people of my status.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Upon closer look at the
Oh,
key,
cut him
the
the
back of the
slack.
key is heart shaped, but
Heart shaped,
not like cartoon heart, like physical heart,
like real heart.
like hard heart.
Oh, this is weird. Look,
Right?
that weird.
look at this.
Oh, that's
Shape.
metal.
You've killed us. You have killed us.
What does that mean?
It's just a heart.
You've killed us.
We're still living.
Oh, come on. Don't be such a buzzkill.
Well, if we're
Worst
gonna
thing
die,
were.
if we're gonna die, we should make a vendetta maybe, and then we'll come back as revenants.
Is there any?
Maybe we
Oh,
can,
you
you know,
know I'm
keep vengeance
coming
on
back.
Callum for up and leaving us.
Is there anything we can? I can put this in. Other than that, what I pulled it out of.
Not that you can immediately see. You don't see any like locked things or locks of any kind to get.
Well, what should I add it to in my inventory? Like, what should I call it? Just heart-shaped key?
Crystal key.
Crystal key.
It's the crystal key.
Okay.
It's
An
unclear
opportunity to call
what
it
it
the
does,
dark
but
crystal.
the dark powers, yeah. All right. That seems to be all that's in this room, other than just like the remnants of an old campsite. So you're
How old is the campsite?
it looks to be not more than 2 days old.
Are there any footprints like in the dust on the floor or anything like that that weren't recently made by like?
No, there's not really any
Warlocks?
footprints in this place, but you do know that your elf friend seemed to know to go to the right to look for his friends. So he knows which way they exited, but that
Let's
doesn't
go to the
necessarily
right
mean
then.
anything to you.
What?
Let's follow
Why?
that elf
Why?
because he's going to find his friends, and where his friends are is like some loot, so we can add to that bag of stuff that Divrin's carrying.
I bet this guy lied or something.
No, I think he hasn't lied.
Gurgle noise.
It's just that the only question is what he will do after finding his friends.
The dumbest
Yeah, he
little
lied.
person.
He lied.
Say anything. He
said
said he's
he
gonna go
wants
find
to
his
find
friends,
his
and then
friends.
he said revenants just die after they live out their vengeance. So I don't. He's
He
gonna
didn't
drop
lie.
dead.
Okay, well then lead the way. Wait, where's Pibble?
Pibble's with you.
Carrying Pebble.
Well,
Have Pibble.
Pibble, do you know anything? Have you been to this part of the dungeon before?
Oh, I can talk now? Okay.
I was passive aggressive.
You all so busy talking to each other. Not worry about one who been here. Follow Elfman.
Follow Elfman. Okay. Do you want to come with us, or do you want us to let you go?
You
Come with us to get a new arm.
let me go? Oh, arm. She looks at her arm. Go with.
Okay. Can you walk?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put you down now.
Oh, but you're so nice and warm.
Yes,
She, like,
I've
pets
heard
you.
that. I've heard that before. Who's leading the charge?
Euphoria will.
Divrin will go behind her.
Okay. As you go into this dark hallway, you hear, like, it sounds like the clattering of wood, kind of. Like if you were to have, like, a pile of wood and just kind of, like, throw it onto a stone floor. Just like just all this tumbling.
I'm pretty
and
sure
clacking.
I'm hearing wood.
Come around the corner and it's bones. There are tons and tons and tons of skulls in giant piles that your elf friend is just kind of like pushing aside to get through this room, but it's literally a room full of bones. And when I say
This is
full,
not good.
it's like a hoarder's house of bones.
Rose will do her best to identify just what kind of bones and skulls is present in this place.
Okay. I guess make a nature check.
Alright. That's a 16.
Okay. So it looks like there are different piles of their type. So there's human bones here, and there's orc bones here, and over here are some monster bones. There's some goblin bones and some bugbear bones. There's some bones of a weird nature, like off in one corner. It's like a big hodgepodge of bones. You're not quite sure what those are. But off in the corner, there's a full skeleton that's not in pieces, covered in wizard's robes. It's definitely a tiefling.
Alright, I can see some humans, some orcs. He's an assortment of monsters. I think that's your family. I don't think
Whose
it can be all
family?
of them, Bugbear. Um,
That's
sorry,
very
I'm
rude.
only joking. You know, I like you. Um, oh, that looks like an interesting visit, and it's clearly one of our kind, eh, Euphoria? What do you make of it? This
I don't
looks
know, maybe
quite
it's your
unique.
family. I ain't got no wizards in my family.
Well, let's not talk about my family, but let me just say, if that's my mother's side, if that's one of my mother's side, then I am pleased to see them like that. Let's just leave it at that.
Is it standing up?
It is leaned against the wall, kind of splayed back. Like,
Can I throw some ball bearings at it?
sure. Before you do that, above it is written in common, "Talk to me," in big letters.
Hello.
Don't do it.
Too late.
So wait, do you throw ball bearings at it, or do you talk to it?
At the same time.
Hello, pink. How close do you get to it?
Get very close.
As far away as possible.
Stay away.
Well, I need to know if your talking works or not.
Well, let's put it this way. He wouldn't get any closer than he needed to see the message of "talk to me."
Okay. Then the ball bearing bounces off the skull and it kind of like bonk, like turns off to the side as just a reaction, and it doesn't respond to you.
Wow, that was heavy ball bearing to make it move like that. Did you guys see that?
Or maybe you just threw it really hard.
No, I've
What I
never
tell you
thrown.
about desecrating the dead?
Or maybe it
Well, it
moved
doesn't
on its
have any
own.
neck muscles.
What?
Said, or maybe it
It's
moved
not
on
like
its
it
own.
has neck muscles.
That's what I'm trying to say, Sean. But I'm trying to say it in stupid bugbear. It's very difficult. It's like going through many filters of cheesecloth, but in your brain.
All right. Does anyone else try to talk to it?
Nope.
Rose will
Stay back.
look at it, but also keep his distance. Are you Aunt Marissa? Because if that's you, just let me know so that I can actually take some pleasure when I'm murdering you. Hello.
Rose, you're sick.
So
You
As you-
should have known Aunt Marissa. You'd have sympathized with me.
as you start making conversation, you see like do any of you speak Aquan?
Oh well, yes, I don't.
No, I didn't think so. In these strange like sigils on its head, they light up on the skull, and it turns and goes,
Oh, hello, dear. A message for you I have.
Insane.
Let's hear it.
Well, that's a big fat nope.
Wait, what?
"What does Rose say?"
What did it?
What did Rose say?
Let's hear it.
Oh, okay. It says, like, takes this breath, like this.
Look for the little dwarves under the mountain. One of them holds the key to my heart.
Huh.
That sounds like a lovely riddle.
Well, I mean, we have,
Uh-huh.
the thing
Oh, this?
that might go to another thing.
Goggle noise!
No, no. Jake's disagreeing. That was on Jess there, because he wasn't gonna say anything.
Wait, he did just hold the key, didn't
He held it up.
Specifically what we had. I just said we had a thing that
Yeah.
goes to a thing that goes to another.
There's something that matches that description.
Mm-hmm.
This?
Are you asking the bones?
I don't know.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
It's a bad
Okay.
idea.
So you ask the bones, and the bones says nothing else because it stretches out its hand and points toward one of the doors on the right side. And then like the sigil stops lighting up and it falls over.
It flops over different than it was before?
Mhm.
Like more...
Like leaning the direction it was pointing. Like
Oh, okay. Okay.
That was
Can
pretty
I
dumb.
say something?
Mm.
I'm saying this because Rose won't do it, but I was really tempted to let her go to its side, smash it to pieces with the flail, and just say, "Take it out, Marissa. Fuck you. See you in the hell." But she won't do that because, well, it's probably not a good idea to just smash it to pieces and risk
Yeah.
getting killed or something.
I mean, it just gave you, for all you know, like the best clue ever. So,
I mean, yeah,
Well-
it can be forgiven for that.
Shall we follow the
my cat is
The
attacking me.
skeleton's,
I hear it.
That was the cutest echo ever. Like,
He doesn't like
No.
that I'm not paying attention to him.
oh, pay
Ow.
attention to it.
Goody.
Screw the game. There's a cat. Oh,
There we go. Sorry, his claw was stuck in my jeans. He was like, ah!
I
Let's
won.
go!
Okay, so you're surrounded by all these bones. The bones just told you to go that way. There is another way that your elf friend went. Pibble is just kind of staring and goes, never seen him do that before.
Well, I think we...
What have you seen him do? Oh shit, that's right. Filter.
Well, I think that's probably because he was on Marissa. I don't know
What?
if you can even listen to it. I'm jesting, alright? Can't I make some humor about old abusive dead family members for once?
Damn.
Forget it, I said anything.
I
What do you
mean,
guys
it would
wanna
be
do?
funnier if I knew them, because then I could relate and understand it, but now I just have to take your word for it.
Wait, do you not trust me? I mean,
No, I believe you. It's just if I knew firsthand this on whatever, I could, I would know, and then I could, when you make a joke, it's funnier if you can understand it.
Fine. I mean, though, you're better off you didn't meet her.
Okay.
Anyway, enough jokes. Let's be on our way. So, whose lead do we heed? The undead elf, or very much dead skeleton friend?
I vote skeleton.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
can I do an insight on
Skeleton?
see if the skeleton was lying?
You can
that-
try.
Like, does that work? We're gonna find out. So 19 to 23. Come
I
on.
mean, that's a really high roll.
Come on.
You
Come
so
on.
here's the insight you gather. That skeleton was definitely magically enchanted to deliver a specific message about the key that you have and what it goes to. Who left that message? Don't know. Do they mean you well? Don't know. Do they hold secrets? Don't know. Do they mean you harm? Don't know.
How long would you say, Sean, that we've been up since our last long rest?
A while. Probably about 8 hours. You're not
You guys
quite
think
sure?
Do you guys think we should sleep before we go find key hole?
I
In a room
think
of
it's too
bones.
early to sleep.
I mean,
Well, we can talk.
That could be an
I
idea.
would prefer to not do it in a house full of bones, like this current room is.
Hey!
It's just a little unsettling.
Hey! You're not thinking of one thing. This room full of bones is probably the safest place we have. Because if anything does walk up on us, we can clearly hear them. Look
These other
around you.
bones could
Look
be-
at the ground.
Ooh,
Nobody
other
can
bones-
sneak up on us here.
Well, the other bones might be enchanted, like that one was. That said, "Come talk to me," and we talk to
Oh.
it. So I
I
really,
very much doubt it. Nobody's gonna bother with this many bones. Besides, it's too suspicious.
I don't want to have spooky, scary skeleton sleepover. Okay, not
I
happening.
concur.
Whatever you wish.
I refuse to sleep in this filth.
Is that a
You know
spider?
I've slept in worse.
Did y'all hear that? That sounded like a spider clicking back and. Can we leave now?
What?
Yes, leave.
Spiders freak me out.
Spiders.
Fair enough.
I'm
How
not
about you?
fond of spiders myself.
Euphoria is having a Patrick moment. Spiders! Ah!
Oh, I remember that. I like spiders. So does Rose.
Okay.
Are we resting? Are we leaving? What are we doing?
To a different room and rest, and then we'll take shifts.
The map room.
You know, that's not a bad idea.
Okay, let's do that and rest.
Alright.
Okay. What shifts are you guys going to take for watch? Or are you going to take a watch?
I'll take the last shift.
There are 3.
I'll take the first shift.
I think Rose will take a moment to try to tend to her wounds a bit more. She's still not quite feeling completely up there. She trusts the other guys to defend the camp enough, so she will just take the moment to clean her weapons and try to tend to her.
What about the middle shift?
I can take the second.
Okay.
Cool beans. And it's time to roll. What do you guys want to do while you're resting? Any downtime things?
I will just look around at the map in the room and just pace and touch
Things
Touch.
that shouldn't be touched.
things that shouldn't be touched in a terrifying dungeon.
Euphoria will make a copy of the map in her songbook.
Mm-hmm.
You make a copy of the map?
Mhm.
Cool.
Do I need to
Difference
do a
just-
check for that?
A check for making the copy of the map. You have a long time, so nah.
Okay.
You can make at least a rudimentary copy of it. It is very large, so it'll take you some time. So you'll probably spend most of your watch doing that. So, who took the first watch? All right.
Euphoria.
So, while you're,
Not it.
Hang on. I pulled my earphone out. Sorry.
that's all good.
I'm good now.
While you're making a copy of the map,
Mhm.
you start hearing it sounds like if you were dragging a sleeping bag across a stone floor. You hear all this shifting coming from the hallway behind you guys that you came from.
The spooky, scary skeleton hallway or the brick hallway?
The brick hallway.
Oh, hell no.
Nah,
So
nah,
down
brah.
down the
Oh,
super
okay.
long hallway, you can hear this distant echoous
Is it getting closer or is it just.
You're not sure. You want to sit and listen to it for a while?
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to it for 2 minutes to figure out if it's coming closer or not.
You're not sure. With 2 minutes, you're it sounds the same distance away, but that hallway is really long.
I'll listen for another 2 minutes.
Make a
Is there
perception
any
check.
creepy- Okay. All right. Perception check. That is that. That is that. Nat 20, 22.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
It is definitely getting closer, slowly but surely.
Hey, hey, and like she just like gently wake everybody up who is sleeping. Hey, don't make a noise. There's a brick coming down that long, freaky hallway. And move quietly. No fuss, no muss. We move now.
You all get the benefit of a short rest. So
Okay.
you may spend hit points or hit dice if you need to.
Yes. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
So yeah, I was like, if it's a 1 or a 12 on a d12, you will encounter something, and I rolled a 12. So
Of course, it's always my luck.
Mhm.
I'm like the poster child for Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So cool. that 20 helped me out because we could have been boned,
oh yeah.
like strongly boned. Oh, nice.
If we're gonna
like,
fight something, I can do, if I sneak up and do damage first, I do extra damage. I hurt more. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're gonna be leaving. We're leaving.
So it seemed like y'all's plan was to run away.
We're
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're leaving.
being sneaky. We're leaving, and I have all my uses of bardic inspiration back, which is great. That would be gone. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
So as you guys wake up, start moving around, you make a little bit more noise. I know y'all are all probably trying to be quiet. Not necessarily true. I know there's people like gurgle noise. But
Hey, I'm stealthy. I'm naturally stealthy. I'm a bugbear.
as you guys start moving around, you all can hear this like sliding noise. And it's just like, and as you're
You reckon
packing
that
up your
is?
stuff, it's just like interrupting your psyche.
Yeah. Let's just go.
Focus.
Let's just go. You done yet? Everybody got their
Yes,
stuff?
let's go.
Let's pack up quick.
Everybody got their stuff?
Yes.
All right, cool. Which way do you go? You go to the bone room?
That's the only way, right?
No, there's
Oh,
not.
There's also
I think
There's
so.
another way.
elf
But
ones.
There's another way.
Is there another way?
there is another way, but I figured you would go the same way that you were originally going.
What's the other way?
Time for this.
You don't
we
know?
don't like.
Oh wait, it's in the bone room that paths diverge, right?
Right. So,
All right, bone room.
bone room. All right. You guys enter the bone room. Nothing has changed about this room. You go the way that the tiefling bones pointed you, I assume.
Are we
Yeah.
stealthing?
Yes.
You want to stealth?
I'm
Okay.
definitely stealthing.
Everybody
Yeah.
roll stealth.
Sounds like an idea.
Alright, self check.
22.
God, you're so loud.
Oh, we all roll for stealth, right?
Yes.
23.
So 12.
Okay.
Oh.
She's just giggling. What's your stealth, Jess?
Oh. I was saying, oh, it's what Sarp said. You got a 12. I have a 16.
Oh, okay. I just heard, oh, he. It's like,
I
uh-oh.
have 20 today.
Oh,
How
he
am I?
was the Sarp.
All right, so the lowest among you is 12. That's 23, 22, and 16. Okay. So as a collective, you are generally pretty stealthy. You manage to not step on all the random bones that, crack all that dried bit. It's almost like dried twigs in a forest, it just like gives away your location easily. But you guys managed to get over him. Rose is like about to step on one, and Gurgle Noise is like, "Ah!" It's like holds her knee, shifts it over a little bit, and then lets it go.
And then Rose starts complaining about something, and Gurgle Noise goes, "No, no."
Fine, thank you. Let's go.
So, as you guys head out toward the direction that the Tiefling Bones pointed you, you enter into another humongous room, much like the Grick room was. It is not the same room. You can tell because there's nothing above you. However, there is quite a bit in this room. There's a large expanse of what looks like old statue pedestals. They're all evenly spaced, but all of them are smashed except one. There's at least 20 of them, like going up these two rows, and there's like a little kind of a pathway up them. The center one is the only one that is not broken. And it is of, looks like a fish man holding a small chest. Beyond this fish man holding a small chest statue, there is a huge, like monumental size statue of a dwarf holding a hammer in battle armor. Stretching off from his neck is a formless second head. It doesn't have any features. It's just like in general shape of a head. But it all looks to be stone.
This is fascinating. Quite a chamber, eh?
On the
I have to say.
fishman,
Fishman.
like writing or engraving on the fishman.
So you guys walk up past all these broken statues. You come up, see this
Can
fishman in detail.
Rose have a look as they pass along, and if she can determine why all of the statues are broken? Like, are they smashed? Have they crumbled in time?
It looks like they have been smashed. It doesn't look like, normal like fall apart where there's like pieces left here and there. It's like they've been destroyed.
Something smashed through all this. I can't put my finger on what though.
Or
Make an
all
investigation
hammer.
check for me.
Alright. Oh, that's not gonna be anything. That's gonna be a 3.
A 3, okay. You do notice that the statues seem to be of different types of people. There's like, you see kind of like a human type face. You see a snake-like face. You see a dragon face. Things like that. So as you look through the pieces,
Bugbear face.
there's a bugbear face. Yes. There's even a
Drow or elvish
tiefling
face?
face. Yes, there are many elvish faces.
There's always elvish faces.
Are there tieflings too?
Yes. Like, it seems like every type of people that you've ever met seem to be represented by a statue in this room. So as you get up toward the fishman, you notice him in greater detail. He has these long claw-like fingernails that are clutching onto this small chest. He's like rather ordinary looking, but has like some robes, and is covered in the statue itself is covered in mud, like there's like patches of mud on it.
Recent or
In
dried?
this place?
It's dried. There's no inscription.
Does the chest have a keyhole?
It does.
Is it heart shaped?
No, it's key shaped.
Well, the crystal that Gurgle Noise has is heart shaped.
Right, the back of the key is heart shaped, but it is a
Oh,
key.
the back
like
of
an
the key
old
is heart shaped.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I
Oh,
thought
that's-
like the key.
I
is
thought the key
like-
was.
like an
Rose
item that you
will-
sink into like a recess or a relief, and that's like the key.
Oh yeah, no. It's like the head of the key. as a heart.
I'm on the same page now.
Alright. Can Rose try to figure out what kind of mud that is? If it's just natural earth, or if it's something weird.
Something weird. Okay. Um, make an investigation check.
Alright. That's an 8.
Okay. It looks like mud that dried, but it's you know that mud after a long time just crumbles off, but this is still stuck to the statue, so it's moderately recent.
This is kind of fresh, guys. It can't have been really old. Whatever happened to this statue should have happened a few days at best. Not even that long. I don't know. Definitely not old mud. You can tell that. Can't say anything else though. It just looks like mud, but there's something about it I can't put my finger on.
Try the key. There might be something inside that chest.
Yep, I'd try the key.
Okay.
Didn't that voice say that it was waiting? Oh, held dwarves held the key to my
I already
heart.
turned it.
So yeah, say Gurgle Noise reaches out with his long linky arms and as you
Gurgle noise, what?
as you
no.
turn
There.
the key, the chest or the statue's hand like moves back away from it,
Hi.
and it the chest opens up, and there above you hear this like splashing noise.
What's in the chest?
In the chest is a desiccated heart that beats.
I grab it.
Okay. As you grab it, the splashing noise, it becomes evident what the splashing noise was. Acid drops down on top of like some of the other statues. You see it just like pop and hiss as it hits different pieces of stone. It just
Glad that wasn't me.
Yeah.
Damn it, that's acid. You guys should watch out under it. You don't want that nasty stuff touching your skin.
As you hold this heart, you feel a kinship to it. Like it feels
It
like
loves
it's
me.
beating at the same time your heart is.
Cool.
Come on, be real.
Is that it?
Unless you guys want to take a closer look at it, that's all you can tell.
Yes,
from
I
just
look
taking-
closer at the heart.
Mario will look too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Rose
different will also look.
Rose instead will look above at the acid and see if there are cracks in the ceiling or anything else that's causing that drip.
Make a perception check, Rose. Everyone else make Arcana checks.
Which I'm proficient in.
Of course, you know, because that makes sense.
21.
That's a 15 for my perception.
Oh my
That
god.
is just good enough.
19.
All right.
4.
4. 4. That's a heart. Gross. For for those of you that got above a 16, it you know that this heart is enchanted with necromantic magic. You're not quite sure what it does, but it definitely just reeks of necromancy. Rose, you think that that acid was part of a trap for this chest that you somehow avoided. You also notice on the far dwarven statue that the hammer doesn't seem quite attached to the rest of the statue. Like it looks like it's made of a separate piece.
guys, you guys might want to step away from the statue, just a step. I think whatever that acid is, it was meant to drip right where we stand. But on the other hand, though, with that dwarven statue, and as she says that, she will cautiously, almost stealthily, step towards the statue and try to get a closer look on the hammer.
Okay. Um. So, what you notice about this dwarf? He's wearing. He's like it's like a gray blue stone. The circlet on his head is a bright yellow. And the hammer is much smaller than you would expect it to be for scale. And it looks like maybe you could move it.
She will very gently get a hand on it. Just before she gets a hand down, she decides against it and takes out her axe and gently starts moving it using that in order to not directly touch it.
Okay. So what you guys are seeing is Rose going, huh, and then like climbing up onto the statue and like poking the hammer with an axe.
Good.
I think she could like hook the blade of the axe.
Oh no, he froze.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, look,
Oh,
Rose
no.
is taking initiative. Good for her.
I think what he was going to say is hook the blade of the axe on it to turn it. Or pull it.
To turn
forward.
the hammer?
Mm-hmm. But I'm not sure.
That sounds scary.
So that's a statue she's on.
Mm-hmm. It's like climbing up this giant statue of this seated dwarf.
It's yellow?
So the dwarf itself is like this blue-gray. The circlet on his head is yellow.
Yellow stone.
Mm-hmm.
Is
It's almost like it's
gold,
stained.
or is it just yellow stone?
It's like sulfur.
Can Divrin investigate to see what he can figure out?
Sure.
Get any information? Okay. 13.
13. So I really hope Sarp gets to come back. The only other detail that you get about this statue is that the second head on it, that's featureless, is not part of the original statue. It looks like it was formed afterward.
Can I do an Arcana check on the circlet?
Sure.
So
If I
this-
wants it.
Can
8.
wow.
Wow. Not interested in the slightest.
That is a circlet.
Can
Yes.
Gurgle Noise try to push the heart into his chest?
I mean, yeah, he can try to do that.
I just want to see what happens.
Does he want to do that?
Well, here's the thing.
No.
Here's the thing. You said it beats
It beats
In-
in rhythm with your
in
heart.
tandem with his own. So I think he's so stupid that he's possibly so stupid that he would be like, "Oh no, my heart is
Fell out.
I need to put it back."
Okay.
I should roll for that. I'm gonna roll for it.
Oh, intelligence check.
It's okay.
What
He can try.
what should I roll to see if he
Wisdom, perhaps. Uh-oh.
well, he's good at wisdom. Oh,
Did you speak to
9.
9. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna try and like stick it next to your chest. There we go. Let's.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
The cut off. It's a cut off switch. Now I remember what it's called. Yeah, I just threw up about that. But yeah, where were we?
So we are figuring out what the heck this heart is doing. You were messing with the statue, but right now, Gurgle Noise is trying to put this heart in his own chest. So how is he going to do that? He's going to try to cut his own chest open? Is he just going to put it next to his breast?
No. He would just have it in his hand. It's already in his hand, and he would just like kind of press it gently against his chest, see what happens.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Soundbox. That's not no.
Who
So-
is
Put that-
this?
Yeah.
Put that down.
So okay. When he does that, he just feels it beat up against him. You feel warm, but it doesn't do anything when you put it up next.
Then he doesn't do
to your
anything
chest.
else.
Do you feel like if you spent a little more time with this, you might be able to figure
Attune?
out? Yeah, you might be able to attune to it. You're familiar with magic items, so it's like, yeah, you might be able to attune to this.
Okay, I'll just attune to it when I can.
You want me to hold on to that Gurgle Noise?
Are you gonna attune to it?
What do you mean attune to it? I don't think
You-
you should be pressing weird desiccated hearts against your own.
Is it desiccated?
Yeah,
I thought it was just a normal heart.
it's dried up,
No.
honey.
No, it's dried?
Than bones. Yeah, desiccated. It means it has no moisture to it whatsoever.
Oh. Well, are you gonna know? Are you gonna do magic to know what it does?
I can try.
Okay.
I can do them.
You have magic?
Yeah, I have magic. How do you think I cast them shatter spells?
No, you have I know you have but do you have magic to know what magic items do?
Oh, I got it. No. Actually, I haven't quite learned that yet.
I'm gonna say, can any of you cast Identify?
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, that's what you. Yeah. No, nope, haven't learned that one yet.
Okie dokie. Well, guess you'll have to
So-
find out.
What Euphoria, you gonna attune to it?
I'm not pressing that creepy ass heart into my own.
You don't have to.
person.
You just magically attune to it like a normal magic thing.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Just because
Really
it's a
haven't-
dried heart?
Yes.
Yeah, that's some voodoo shit.
Fine, I won't do it.
Voodoo necromancy bullshit that we shouldn't be dealing with.
Fine.
Do you want me to carry it?
No.
I'll carry it.
No.
I'm not doing that.
Oh.
Try
No.
to take it away.
I would love this. It's like he's gurgling. This is like, fine, I won't attune to it. Can I have it? No.
No.
He doesn't say, can I have it? He just keeps it.
All right.
Can I take it with sleight of hand?
Hold on.
Keep it.
Hold on.
Why are you trying to
Uh,
take this from him? It's his art.
Divrin, I have this ring that makes my mind impenetrable.
I can still try sleight of hand to see if I can take it.
Are you not gonna answer? I just said I have this magic ring that makes my mind like rock.
Your mind is like a rock.
Like a rock.
I do agree with that. That is the only statement you've made, Bear, that I agree with.
No, I'm not gonna allow her to take it.
So, low key, is Gurgle Noise attuning to it, or is he just holding it?
No, he puts it in his bag.
Okay.
I'm a thief. I'm going to get it at some point.
He's.
He
He
can't be
takes-
trusted.
Okay.
He takes it out of his bag and he puts it like somewhere on his person, like
I'll go anywhere.
easy.
There's nowhere you can.
Yeah.
Oh, you love being nice down
Jeez.
there.
So aggressive.
Even in bugbear culture, we ask for consent.
Yeah.
Drow don't ask for consent for anything.
That's why we have
Oh
drow
my
poison.
God.
That sounds actually correct.
All right. So, while Gurgle Noise put. So where do you put the heart? Do you want to put it up
like,
against you, or?
Yeah, like under his armor.
Okay. So you feel it kind of beating in tandem with your heart next to your heart. It's kind of soothing.
Resonance.
Yep.
Yay.
All right, Rose, what are
Big
you doing
boss.
with that statue?
After attempting to not touch it and still, think it out for a while, she huffs and puffs and grunts, and at the end, she's just pissed off enough to say, screw it, and then puts the axe down her belt and then just grabs the hammer, full grip, and then tries to take it out.
So just take it out. Okay. Make a strength check for me.
A strength check. Okay, let me open my character page again. Okay. That's a 16. Oh, wait, sorry. That's a save, sorry. That's a 13.
13?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, no, because I add the proficiency to, right? So yeah, that will be a 16.
Oh no, for strength check you don't have proficiency.
Oh, okay.
So,
Sorry.
but it's fine. It's still good.
It'll be a 13.
So you kind of pull on it, try to get it out from the dwarf's grasp, and you're not able to get it out. But as you pull on it, you notice it gives in the direction toward you, like a rotation.
If that's noticing that's the case, she will kinda. How high is the statue? Like, is it? Very
She's
tall?
about 15 feet off the ground. You're like standing on the dwarf's knee.
Okay. So I'm imagining she could get down to the floor because she's about 6 feet. She could still kind of reach the hammer, especially if it's rotated a little.
So it's like,
Because
just to like put it in perspective for you, it's like he's holding it with one hand and the head in the other hand, and you're pulling on the head of the hammer, and it's rotating in his hand, but it's about 15 feet off the ground.
if that's the case, she will gently let it rotate and hang off of it,
Okay.
carefully trying to plant her hand or her feet down on the ground as it keeps rotating.
Okay. It does continue to rotate, and as you like pull on it, it slowly but surely the flat side goes, and you're not able to have any like purchase on it anymore. She just kind of slides onto the ground, and you feel the ground kind of rumble, and just like, and the portion underneath the statue starts to open, and doors slide open slowly but surely, and you hear this like echoing sound, and a cold wind hits your face from inside.
It's suddenly got breezy in here. Well, we certainly got something.
Was it marked on the map in the other room of the dungeon? Like, was this a door, or like did it?
No, the way the map was like a general idea of what was in each dungeon. It wasn't an actual like map of each dungeon.
Got it.
It was just kind of like, here's, there's 23 levels, and this level has this type of stuff in it, or like these major landmarks. You did notice dwarves kind of throughout, but this particular statue wasn't mentioned.
Good to know. Well, shall we go down this spooky opening?
Yes.
All right. I'll take point then.
Pibble kind of like shivers, and it's like, I'm scared. Don't like big dwarf man looking at me.
He was always looking at you.
Now he's looking
Look at all of
down.
us.
Is that? Can I Arcana check that circlet on the dwarf?
Yeah.
Boo. 14.
That's better than what I rolled.
You don't sense any magic coming from that, but you do, as you're kind of like looking at it. You look down into the opening beneath it, and you see the same color glint from within that chamber.
Hey, I think the same color on the dwarf head is down there, down in the hole.
I can
Hey,
match colors.
Drow,
B.
uh,
Magic?
you're sneaky. Why don't you go first?
One of the smartest ideas you've had since I've met you.
Oh,
I'll take
you're
lead.
nice. Sometimes.
Okay, and Divrin will lead the way, stealthily.
Okay.
Definitely using stealth.
All right.
Uh,
Use your
Euphoria will be-
stealth.
All right, roll for stealth.
Euphoria will be right behind Divrin.
Are we all
Also
stealthing?
stealthing.
Rose will join them in the rear guard, taking her bow out.
24.
26 for Euphoria.
Stealth the crap out of this.
Come on, dice. Oh boy, that's a nat 20. And I just rolled it on stealth.
Yay.
I mean, at least I got a good dice, finally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the lowest among you guys?
13. I rolled.
A 13. Okay. And you had 2 above 20s. Yeah, you guys are pretty dang stealthy overall. Going in here, you see on a pedestal a circlet just like the one that he was wearing, but normal sized,
Wait, like a real circlet?
like a real circlet.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's shiny.
Uh,
Check it out.
It's gold.
yeah, I will check it out too.
And they will
Open
step
this
towards the circlet, going to investigate it.
What's my heart doing?
It's beating faster.
I hope.
God, I think you would. It's pretty, right?
What? Yeah, it is very pretty. It's gold with large rubies on it.
Oh, he would definitely grab it and put it on his
No.
head.
I will
Immediately,
go,
stop
go.
you.
Fair.
I will stop you right now.
he just grabs everything.
No.
You get all the shinies and all the beautiful treasure in here.
Like
Leave
what?
leave something
It's already
for
on my head.
No.
No.
Stop him.
Does look
I want to stop.
I wanna
Gurgle
give it-
noise.
give it a
I want to,
shot.
like,
I look
hang on
amazing.
his arm.
You want to stop him?
Prevent him from-
Make a
Yes, you
make a
Booger
dex.
snot. Put it down.
Make a dex check.
Who?
Whoever
Do
wants to
I
stop
do
him.
anything?
Oh, me to stop him? Dex check. Just straight dex.
Is this contested?
Yes. I want you to make a strength save.
Fuck.
It's a good thing I'm proficient at strength saves.
Divrin's trying to stop him as well.
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
What did Different do?
Alright, he's trying to take it from him, so
Okay, you want to just like wrestle it from him?
I want to use my sleight of hand or something to take it while he's focused on Euphoria.
Okay. Roll sleight of hand.
Why am I
Hey,
focused
distraction.
on euphoria?
Because
She was
I
trying to
hanging
stop
on
you.
Your arm, trying to prevent you from doing stuff.
It's already on my. I'm going like this.
But 21.
It's kind of like when you like a toddler is like pick me up, and then they just like hook your arm and you're like lifting them up. That's essentially what's happening right now. Euphoria is just kind of. It's like monkeys in a barrel. That's what I was looking for. It's like monkeys in a barrel, except it's Euphoria on a bugbear.
Gurgle noise. Roll perception.
Do you want my strength check that I rolled?
Yes.
21.
Okay.
Perception. Yeah, I rolled an 18, and that's plus 5, so 23.
All right. You prevent either of them from getting to you. You Euphoria comes up and you're just like, no. And then as Divrin's sneaking up behind you, you see her at the last second just, no, it's mine.
No, guys, this is not the time to play fight. We can do this at long rest.
As you place a circlet on your head, it tightens around your head to fit.
Look how good I look.
Fine.
Honey, what if that's another
It looks
curse
good on
item?
you.
How
I'll
much
give you
is
that
that
one.
off your head?
Curse items, they cancel out when you have 2 of them.
Was
No.
Anymore? And that's
you know that
not-
might be in character. What's your intelligence score right now?
A 7.
7. Take a -4.
Literally?
Yeah.
Oh
This
no!
is awesome. I'm super excited.
We're in so
Wow.
much trouble.
Oh yikes! Oh.
Rose takes another look at what is happening to Jake overall, and she takes a step back. And on second thought, you
Immune to psychic damage now, probably. I look good.
My
So-
poor little friend.
here's what happens. So take a +4 to charisma. So literally this circlet has made Gurgle Noise really dumb. But yeah, dumber. But all of a sudden, like his physique becomes like chiseled and just like bronzed, and he's like his smile like all straightens out, and he just looks like, especially for a bugbear, like just gorgeous.
So he was like, he had like a hunch to him, because human relatives, he wanted to not be as tall and stuff. So now he probably like straightens up to his full height, and it probably adds like 4 inches.
Just
Yeah.
Oh, Gurgle Noise, you big handsome oaf.
You're damn right, Rose.
Here we go.
Oh no, this is not a good look. I mean, it is, but like, no.
I fully expect the 3 intelligence to just be. I mean, you are at near animal intelligence now.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So does he like not want to take it off, or is there anything like that in terms of?
You can take it off. I mean, it's up to you whether he wants. He is mostly instinct at this point.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not good.
It probably like starts chafing some of the fur,
Mm.
and he probably like starts scratching, and then at some point falls off pretty quickly. So you guys feel free to grab it if it falls off.
Yeah.
Different's gonna make a snatch for it immediately.
Yep.
Yep. So you see him like he straightens up and like looks all good for a second. And he sounds almost the same, and he pops it off, and it like clangs on the ground and like whoop whoop, like resizes to where it was, and your hunch comes back, and like your hair grows out wild again, and your teeth all jank again.
Can I try that for grins and giggles? Just for a moment.
Yes, just
Yeah.
don't give it back to the bear.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
she hands
so.
it to him.
What's your
Pretty.
current
Hands it to
charisma
her.
euphoria?
What?
What's your current charisma euphoria?
It's at a +5.
Yeah, you're 20, right?
Yeah, that's 20. Yeah.
that ought to be interesting.
You're right.
Oh boy.
Gurgle, are you alright?
I felt
skinny
stupid for a second.
Look the part.
It was horrible.
If something
That's
bad
the
happens,
case.
y'all
Glad
just snatch it
so.
off my head. Just don't let it.
Okay.
But I want to
go-
see what happens.
I go right next to her, like have my hand ready to flip it off.
That's an
She puts
idea.
it on.
Okay. What is your lowest score ability?
Didn't ask me that.
It's a tie.
Is intelligence one of them?
Yes.
then your intelligence, same thing happens to you. Your charisma goes up, your intelligence goes down. Scores by 4.
Nice. Okay.
Yep. So all of a sudden, Euphoria, who was already like really beautiful, is now like angelic in appearance, and you feel like you could follow her anywhere.
Rose just stares at her and whistles.
Euphoria, how do you feel?
What was the question?
Yeah, just stupid as a rock.
I'm not quite there. But
Okay. So that's the only property of this circlet so far?
Yes, that you all know of. Yes.
So we can use this to talk to people, but maybe we should make a smart person wear it.
Who has the highest wisdom or intelligence? Put it on that person.
I have 12 for each
I have
over the table.
Yeah, my intelligence
15
is
wisdom,
best,
but it's not
I-
wisdom, it's intelligence.
Yeah.
I have 14 intelligence.
Yeah, I have 10.
Probably Divrin.
Y'all are not that smart of a party.
Really?
You needed the numbers to know?
Above average. For being undesirable people, we're slightly.
Right? Yeah, the undesirables. Yes, this is true.
Rose
We are
will
the undesirables.
look at the thing and go like, wait, so when you wear it on, you turn stupid, but you turn quite charismatic. I know this is a stupid question, but I would really like to know if you could put it on reverse and it just makes you smarter, but look ugly as shit.
What?
Could be the dream.
What do you mean?
I take it off of her.
Oh, that was weird. What happened?
All of a sudden, your
No, a
language comes
waste of
back to you.
But God, you were a Miss Universe.
Who wants
What's
this?
Miss Universe?
Whenever you're wearing it, it feels like
Different.
your thoughts are clouded, like you're in a fog.
Different's gonna take it and put it in the bag full of junk
Okay,
Just-
here you go.
to keep it away from
You
everyone.
can sell it. It's beautiful. It's golden. It'll be worth a bunch.
Did I at least look nice?
Yes.
Yes,
You didn't look like tiefling.
for a
You
lesser race.
that you didn't look
Still a dragon.
devilish tiefling. You look more angel-like, so that might be bad. I don't know.
Oh, really? Oh, that might be a fun party trick.
What else is in this room?
So this is like the beginning of a hallway, and you go there's this pedestal, and then it goes back into like an underground chamber. Well, I mean, you're already in an underground chamber, but it's more underground. It goes even further down.
Let's go.
Time to move on, I guess.
At the end of this section, what happens is it's like a normal size hallway. It's like about 3 people wide and 2 people tall, and then it just like slopes up and out and increases in size until it's just this giantly oversized hallway, and there are two about 40-foot tall statues of elves that look like guardians of some sort. They have spears and shields, and they're standing on either side of a doorway that says 2.
To what?
Divrin, these elves are saying too.
I see this.
Me.
Can I do an investigation?
It says the number 2 on it. Yes, you can do an investigation.
Yes.
Please do an investigation.
12. 12.
I know you're trying to
15.
warn us, but that just makes me want to charge ahead.
Yep. Oh,
No,
well, it won't
15.
matter. 15?
15.
Okay.
Not proficient.
What you do notice is that above you on the ceiling, there's a large, like, almost like a gash in the ceiling. And you can hear the fluttering of wings
Uh-oh.
in it.
Ruh-roh.
Bats, sturges.
Yeah.
What's going on?
This does not sound good.
But the statues are statues and the doorway is open.
Everybody's like, I don't know.
Well, what are we doing?
Your move.
Show me your moves.
I think we should carefully move on. Whatever
Well-
we're thinking is at the end of whatever this path leads.
What do you think of the two?
I think we should probably see if we can go through that altogether, because I think that is an indication of, oh,
What if
Never
only
mind.
2 people can go through?
yeah, that's what I'm scared of.
Well, it should be the bear and the goblin, of course.
Where are Peebles and Groin?
Y'all still have them, but if you turn to talk to Pibble, she looks frightened.
Why are you scared, Pibble?
Didn't think I was going to leave my home.
Oh,
It's bad home,
That's-
but is still home. Don't know what there.
yeah, that's sad. Gurgle turns to the rest of the group, not in Goblin, and says, "This is pretty sad. She wants to go home."
Call it. We got that circlet. We can get some good money for it. Just put it on and, just maybe get a little more extra coin than what we originally bargained for. If you catch my drift.
I don't. What I was talking about, Pibble.
No, I know. We can leave. I mean, we've got that circlet. We can go make some money on that, and we can get her a new arm. We just put that circlet on someone, and maybe they'll give her her arm for free.
I have a
Okay.
feeling we should push on here. We've
Let's
got-
find a
I
way
ag-
out. I mean, we got those gems. We got that circlet. We got that bag of stuff,
Okay.
and we got that key, right? You took that out of the chest, right?
Yep.
It's a really pretty key. We might be able to get money for it. Be like, yeah, it went to a chest, and there's a lot of stuff we couldn't carry.
Oh, we could sell the heart too.
I would love for you to sell that heart.
I mean, we can, but
That could cause a serious problem.
we could have be in unsavory circles if we did that, because that's frowned upon in polite society. Like I told you, people really don't like it when you desecrate the dead.
I didn't desecrate the dead.
You touch the dead part, love.
So?
You did.
Necromancy
several
can
times.
heal too. Necromancy not evil, just generally.
Yeah, like I know that, and I know you know that because you're an intelligent man.
No, I'm not.
Bugbear.
Yeah,
Bugbear. You're an
You're not
intelligent
this man, my friend.
bugbear.
I just know some things.
You're an intelligent bugbear, and I know we talked about it at length. But generally speaking, kind of like how I'm not really liked in polite society, or like you're liked in polite society, or like difference not. Like,
Maybe
But-
polite society should learn something.
yeah, maybe they should learn to be polite. But until we fix that, you're not gonna sell that creepy ass heart. I really think we should leave that here. I think that's the
So-
one thing we will need to part with.
So bad people can find it?
Can you just not
Okay,
hide it?
you got me. You got
I
me.
think-
You can
I
keep the
think I
heart.
could use
We
for that.
won't sell it. We'll just keep the heart. How's that?
Okay.
We will buy you a nice little box you can keep it in. And I don't have to look at it. I'll pretend it's not there. And we'll go on our merry way. But let's get out of this creepy dungeon.
Can't wait for y'all to find out what it does.
Stop making me want to attune to it. I really want to.
Well, if we're leaving, you should attune to it and see what happens.
No, don't.
I attuned to it.
Oh shit!
He's gonna kill us. He's gonna betray the rest of us.
All right.
He's gonna forget that we are his friends.
So you don't think you'd have time at the moment to attune to it because y'all are kind of in like what's the word I'm looking for? A teetering situation. You have like potential threats and things around you, but
Okay.
I'll let you know what happens when you do.
Okay.
When you look down right now at it, it's been like up next to your skin, and it appears to be like kind of becoming like melding with your skin. It's like it's kind of attached itself to you.
That is disgusting. That is so gross.
Are you sure you don't
But other than that, it hasn't done anything.
Are you?
We're in
or, like,
so
are
much
you-
danger.
Is Gurgle Noise just like looking down at his chest, like
So-
inside his armor at the heart?
I have a second heart now.
Is he doing that? Are you being obvious and like looking at it?
Yeah.
I see that. I know that look on your face. What's it doing?
It's going into my skin.
No.
Look,
It loves me.
I have 2 hearts now. I can lose one and if something bad happens.
I can cut it out. I have a
That's how it
dagger.
works?
Okay. All right. Yeah. If something bad happens, we're cutting that thing out. You hear me?
Well, do you want to take it now?
Yes, I'll cut it out for you.
Where are you guys standing in this room? If it's like let's say that the room is about 50 feet long, going toward these big statues, and it's just like
The
a
side.
path going up to them. Y'all are off to the side.
I thought
There's
like,
this big ravine over
if,
top
like,
of you,
Maria
and
wouldn't
Gash.
move further into the room. She would have been by the stairs we just came down.
Okay, so y'all are like at the beginning of the room.
Yes.
Okay, I need to know because there's certain time elements that occur.
Guys, let's just take our time.
No, we gotta go.
I
Okay,
feel
let's go.
We should go.
We'll deal with that heart in maybe like a minute or two.
I'll have you know,
But you
I
ha-
am not pleased with the idea of getting out of this. I want to push further. And you should know, I will grumble all the way, so prepare yourself. for
Oh,
that.
grumble noise.
Well, we've already grumbled. It won't be anything new.
It's fine.
She's just grinning mischievously, having fun with everyone's reactions to her.
Go. I'm itching. Let's go.
Okay, you guys all have dark vision, right?
Yep.
So you're not,
Yes.
yeah, okay. So you guys head over toward the doorway. See the big number 2. You can't see beyond it. It's like it's filled with bright smoke. So it's almost like walking into a fog bank. As you guys start passing the threshold, you hear this like noise, and
Ah.
one of the statues on your right, like the face on this elvish statue opens up wide, and these large teeth come out of it, and
Oh, what the hell?
the arm stretches down and like tries to scoop you all up.
Mm-mm.
Roll
Mm-mm.
initiative.
Not today.
Not today, my man. Not today. Mm-mm.
Satan.
Nat 20 plus plus 23. 23. Get away from me.
That's an 11 for me.
All right.
Get
22.
off me.
Okay. You gotta do
9.
this quickly.
I rolled a 9.
Divrin.
I rolled a 9 as well.
Gurgle.
Steve.
Rose.
I'm too freaked out about Gurgle getting that second heart. God damn it!
That is so gross.
Oh, it's so
That's so
disgusting.
gross.
It is.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. Does a 15 miss anyone's AC?
Yes.
15
Yes.
is
I'm
great,
15.
so I think that's a half success.
I'm 16.
Okay, so misses you. Okay. So it would appear that everyone is grappled by this large statue. As soon as its arm sweeps down and touches you, it sticks to you like tar.
I thought you said it's like. I thought it missed if our AC was 16. Does that not miss?
Only one of them was, and it wasn't for Gurgle Noise. So I rolled his first. So he was leading the way. So I was like, okay. I was like, if he's the only one.
16. How am I ensnared? I missed a part of that. My bad.
Okay.
Can I use Uncanny Dodge?
Uh,
Does that save me in any way? Help me out?
yeah, I think so. Been so long since I played a rogue.
This is the first time I've played a rogue. I'm usually like a druid or a ranger.
You can have the attack's damage. So it's just grappling you. It's not damaging you. So no, can't use your uncanny dodge.
Okay.
So you're just.
I use Uncanny Bugbear.
Yeah. That sounds like a superhero name. You need to make a comic.
does.
Uncanny Bugbear.
Uncanny Bugbear.
The
Like,
Uncanny Bugbear.
So you're all scooped up in its arms, and it's just sweeping you toward its like large gaping mouth. It's like a horrific Cheshire smile.
Divrin, is this your mom?
If it were my mother, you would know we would all be dead already.
Oh, she sounds nice.
All right. I'm gonna have all of you roll.
Sarcasm.
All of you roll attacks against it,
Okay.
because it's just bringing you straight up to its face.
Oh.
um,
What are we adding?
That straight strength or like?
No, just make
Yeah.
attacks like you normally would with weapons.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, that's a
16.
That's a 23 to hit.
Okay. Did you get over 12?
15?
Yeah, I got
15?
13.
All right. Did anyone get below 12? All right. Roll your damage.
Okay.
Unarmed strike damage?
If you have like a short sword or any sort of melee weapon, you can use that. It is large
Dagger.
enough.
Yep.
I think
12.
had time to grapple her axe at least, even though I don't know if she could take the flail out, so she's just holding on to that with all her might. Oh, sorry, I rolled the wrong one. So yeah,
God damn it, Euphoria.
that's 8 points of damage for me.
Okay.
4.
8 slashing.
8, 4,
12.
12.
Nice.
2.
2. All right.
Stupid
And-
trash bard.
MVP. Hey, don't trash bards. Bards are the best.
Hey, they have their uses. They save
They're my
lives.
favorite class. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm allowed to yell at my fake children.
Oh, get off me, you damn stupid thing! Ugh.
Okay, so that's a 9 against gurgle noise. That's a 13 versus Rose.
Is that against AC?
It is against AC.
Yeah, that won't hit.
10 versus Divrin. Not 10, excuse me. 15 versus Divrin.
His AC is 15.
Okay, so
Does it hit?
that's a hit. And then a 24 versus Euphoria.
That's quite a bit of one.
Alright, done. You each take 9 damage apiece. As
Uncanny dodge.
pulls, okay. You can have it.
Yes.
So if it didn't hit my AC, I take 9.
No.
Or
If it hit you, you take 9.
Oh, okay.
If not, you're still stuck to its arm, but it didn't quite reach you with its mouth. You two that were hit are now in this thing's mouth.
Uh-oh.
And it's y'all's turn again. This time, y'all can do your full action stuff. I just had y'all do a regular attack because it was just like a quick sweep up and you just
Nat 20. That's for 12 damage.
Okay.
And again.
Are you using your bow?
No. Rapier.
Rapier. Okay.
19 to hit.
Yep.
11 damage.
Okay.
And he's gonna action surge. 17 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
8 damage. 25 to hit. And 8 damage again.
Okay.
And he's done.
Cool. Divrin.
So rolled a 2.
Yep.
So it's not going to. My attack won't hit.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a bonus action? Can I do disengage?
No, because you're grappled. You can try to escape the grapple.
Okay, I definitely want to try to escape the grapple.
I'll let you do that. Make a strength check.
Okay. Strength check. So just roll my d20. Had to do a strength check before.
And add your
Strength
strength modifier.
So 15.
Okay. You are able to pop off this thing's sticky arm. And you start, falling down.
Levitate. Levitate.
Alright.
Just so I don't die.
So you can activate Levitate on your next turn. Next is Euphoria. Sorry, next is Rose.
Alright, so what did Divrin attack the thing with? What weapon does she have? Does
I have
he have?
a hand crossbow and a dagger.
Dagger.
So I'm assuming at that distance you'd probably have used dagger. Actually, we are right about escaping mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a creative idea because considering it likes to eat stuff, she does have a big bag of caltrops, which are basically spikes that hurt people when they walk. So what she will do is actually just for the mischievousness of it, she will pop open that bag and empty all the caltrops down through the creature's throat.
Oh, jeez.
That's amazing.
That could
Okay.
go. I mean, I'm sorry. It's really off the book, but
No, no,
yeah.
I like it. I love it.
want
I want you to roll for me 3d6.
3d6. All right, coming right up. Let me actually just get through the dice roll.
First, let me have you roll just a basic like attack roll for a ranged weapon.
Okay, attack roll. Oh, that's a nat 20 for the roll.
Okay.
Yeah. And the damage is a total of 7.
Okay. So, what happens is Rose throws this bag like straight to the back of this thing's throat, and it like tries to gulp like, but it gets caught in the throat, and the caltrip's stuck in there, so it goes. It starts like actively choking.
Heimlich.
Euphoria.
Um,
I do actually have a bonus action. Can I take it?
Sure.
With that, Rose will try to use her axe to pry out of the grip of this creature.
Okay, make a strength check.
Strength check. All right. Oh, that's a nat 1. That's not gonna work.
Nope. But you choked it.
I choked it.
All right, Euphoria, what you got for me?
I'm gonna try to stab it.
Okay. You guys are severely injuring this
Stab,
thing.
I rolled a nat 1.
Oh.
Bye, longsword. You are no longer in my hands.
I'll
Who
just
do you
say
play
you
with?
miss. Yeah. Just say you miss.
Bye.
Not using my crit fail chart that I used to have.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh,
are you?
that thing was brutal. That is only by request. Okay, so then this thing. So the thing goes. Let me see if that happens. Oh no! Oh, that's bad. Okay, so here's what happens. You guys are about 40 feet up. It tries again to swallow these caltrips, and you can literally hear it tear through its throat, like just like, and it like starts, and like all this like blood starts coming out of its mouth, and it spits Euphoria out and just like flings everyone off. So everyone roll 3d6. Take that for falling damage.
I
except
rolled
for
a
Dipper.
6, a 6, and a 5.
Oh,
yeah.
yay.
Wow.
Ah,
Right.
ow.
6 coming up.
I rolled 2
That's a
sixes.
5, 4, and yeah, that's the 13 for me.
Ow.
8 total. 6, 1, and 1.
All right. This thing like starts like grabbing its throat and like hits the wall next to it, and it's this huge creature. You would know it to be a mimic, but this is probably the biggest mimic you've ever seen. And it
Damn
like
it, you
It's
should
my
get it
cousin.
distracted.
drags along the wall and like starts to fall down. And then like it seems to gather itself and looks back up at you and starts slowly crawling.
Oh, bastards.
Can I shoot it?
Coming back.
It is now your turn. The doorway is open, but yes, you can shoot it.
Okay. So it's my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to shoot it with my longbow. It's out of melee range, right?
Yes. You think it'll be in melee range next turn?
Okay. Shooting it. Nope. That is a 12. That doesn't hit. 21.
That 12 does hit.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it doesn't have any armor on.
Oh, okay. Well, that is 7 for the first and 8 for the second. And then Gurgle Noise backs up as far as he can.
You killed it.
Away from... Oh, cool.
So how do you want to finish him off? Is it like
Yeah, I think I just shoot my arrows into its fingernails, like right underneath its fingernails.
Oh, ow. Bro,
Oh.
that's wretched.
That's cruel,
That-
man.
And well, it's the heart that's making these decisions for me.
If only you knew.
Yeah,
boy.
so and then Gurgle says, "Oh, I sprained my ankle falling. Oh. Oh. Hello. Can I get some sympathy?
We are.
I can't hear you, Euphoria.
You need a potion.
Oh, I have potion.
Okay, then take the potion.
Okay, well, fine. Taking potion now.
I'm also gonna take a potion.
Oh, 2 4s. Hell yeah. 10.
Okay. With all this commotion, you notice
Uh-oh.
that the creatures above you have started to swarm, whatever they are. But you can hear lots and lots and lots of wings.
I think we're supposed to run
I
Yeah,
believe
that's
we
a good
should
idea.
leave.
Let's
down
go.
down into the whatever.
All right.
Down is bad, but let's go.
Yeah. As you cross into the mist, Pibble looks around, shrugs, just runs after you with her gimp arm,
Yay, Pibble!
like
Yay.
rotating her
I want
nub
to
as she
run
runs.
Grab groin.
And groin.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
groin's awake now. and-
Groin's with her.
She makes sure that the bag of stuff comes with you. As you cross into the fog,
You die.
No.
there's a bright
Oh,
light.
yeah, please.
There's a bright light, and you are suddenly outside of town in a dump.
What town?
Skullport.
Oh, but we've never been here before, right?
You're in like a trash heap outside of a city.
Guys, we're in stinky.
Yep. Alright, let's...
Where are we?
The sun hits you. Yeah, the sun is like bright, and you can
But-
hear these seagulls like.
Definitely pulls that cowl down further.
Oh, damn you, old man! Ah!
Count to 10.
Once again.
Count to 10.
You see
I'll
sitting on.
count to 5 for you and then shut you the fuck up.
You see sitting on top of one of the trash heaps.
I'm not that angry, I'm just kidding.
On top of one of the trash heaps, there's an old man with a long gray and black beard, just
Hello.
looking at you.
Hello, old man.
Wait, what?
Greetings.
What is your
I
name?
think.
Well, I'm Hallister Blackcloak, of course. And I've been watching you.
That's kind of
Is this your heart?
No, but you can have it.
Oh, how
Okay.
sweet!
Thank
just
you.
gave you
I
his
mean,
heart.
it's not yours, but so you can't really give it to me. But
It seems to me that some of you should come back and some of you should leave. You're creating far too much trouble for me.
oh, sorry. Can we help you?
And
He just snaps his fingers, and Rose disappears along with him.
What?
huh?
Bye.
What?
What?
She didn't say goodbye.
I think that was not like even a blip on the radar or blip for her on the map.
Is that a tiefling thing, Euphoria, where you don't say goodbye?
No, honey, he just snatched her. Like, what part of like he just went and she's gone?
Oh, he took her? Okay.
Yeah, he took her. Like, I'm sure she would have said bye if she was like really. But like, he just took her. He just done snatched her.
Is anyone else around?
No, you don't see anybody for like miles. It just looks like trash forever.
There's no buildings?
It's just trash and trash and trash. It looks like you're in a giant compound of, or not compound, but like area where they just dump a ton of waste.
Gross.
That's where I'm going to end it. However, because you asked, I'll tell you what happens when you attune to the heart.
Okay.
So, as the curious bugbear who loves to touch everything goes home, his little twin, or whatever, sinks deeper and deeper into his chest. Eventually, it goes beneath his skin,
It's probably good.
and he just feels very tired and lays down to take a nap and never wakes up again.
That's quite a fate.
Then,
All right.
the other last person to touch of the heart, Euphoria, finds a bugbear heart in her bag.
Oh,
That's awesome.
What?
That is cruel and unusual.
It's terrible.
punishment,
It's
and
terrible. I
I
know.
Horrible.
And I
wow.
will not
Just-
stand for it.
what
Were
a fate.
When you immediately went for it, I was like, oh no.
All right, my turn. Where the hell is Rose?
You know,
Does she even exist?
I think we'll find out.
Will we?
I think we'll find out if you decide to be in another dungeon.
I have a question.
Damn you!
Yeah.
I have a
You
question.
are gonna destroy my sleep cycle now.
If- I have a question.
Did I resist finding the answer out now?
I have that ring, and it says if you die while wearing the ring, your soul enters it.
Oh
unless
yeah.
it-
Yep. So the next, I guess, if you have any family members once you get home, they will find that ring. If any of them decide to wear it, they will suddenly hear the all-knowing voice of Gurgle Noise in their head.
Oh,
That's
no.
awesome.
Wow.
That's insane.
Wait,
Gracious.
I really want it to be canon that Euphoria and Gurgle Noise travel together. So he just like falls asleep one day and never wakes up.
Yep.
Oh my god.
But you
that'd
have
be
his
terrible.
heart.
I would have his heart.
Oh, and you
know
might
what
have
would
his
happen
ring.
If I pushed his heart into his chest.
It wouldn't go. It only does it to living things.
Oh.
It's literally like it's like a cursed gift.
Need a fucking
like,
paladin.
Here, have this. Isn't it neat? Anyway,
Different
All right,
Oh my
guys.
god, you know
We-
what you would do?
we have run way over. Thank you for
Oh, we
everyone for
Thank you.
sticking with us. But I know Dan's probably gonna be mad at me, and he'll be like, "Ah, why are you going so far?" But thank you guys for sticking around. I've been No Tweet Sean, your DM, and these have been our wonderful players. Y'all go ahead and do any shameless plugs or sign-offs that you need to do.
Yeah, I'm Jake Friday. You can find me on Twitch or Twitter at Jake Friday. You can find me on Twitch Sundays at 4 p.m. Pacific, running a D&D 5e game in my homebrew world. So yeah.
And then Sarp.
Hello, I'm Sarp, known as Controvicher on the interwebs. You can find me occasionally streaming stuff on my Twitch channel, Controvicher, and every 2 Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, including this Wednesday. So next week I won't be on there, but you can find me on a Call of Cthulhu game on twitch.tv/Horizon. And other than that, I don't do much stuff. But if you ever have any physics questions or stuff, I'm your guy. Hit me up on Twitter or anything. But thank you guys for having me tonight. It was a thing. Can't put it any other way. My character just disappeared somewhere, and which is gonna go on. So, also rest in peace, Grunkalois. I'm sorry, I got your name completely wrong, but you were loved. You were loved. But yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Chill.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for watching us. It was great. I'm Chael, and I'm at Chael_not a mimic on Twitter. I swear I'm not a mimic. I don't really do much except I'm really getting into the streaming for D&D. Tons of fun. Thank you. Please follow me.
Alright, I'm JessPack. You can find me on Twitter at HealthPackStream. I stream occasionally, so you can find me at twitch.tv HealthPackStreaming. I recently released a module as part of the Uncaged anthology, which is for sale on the DM's Guild. So if you like puzzle dungeons, and you like sphinxes, and you like feminism, maybe check it out. And thank you, Sean, for having us. It
Yeah,
was a
thank you,
blast.
Sean.
Thank you so much.
I would gladly sit at your table.
Alright.
Yes, it was fun.
Definitely.
Thank you guys. You guys made it fun.
Thank you.
All right. Good night to everybody out there. Y'all have an
Thanks,
excellent
guys.
night.
Have a good night,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye.